And we're live on YouTube. Good morning. Happy Saturday. And you all know we're about to play that piano music. So let's get that going. So yeah, just want to first start off by saying I am so grateful to have another day. And let me move the camera a little bit because it's a little bit out of position there. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to, be alive and have another day. I'm so grateful to wake up and see the sun, even though it's really cold. And I'm just so grateful just to be on live, and we're about to do this jump rope workout. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a good one. You all see me do the jump rope workouts or playouts. See, still getting it. We're still fine tuning that word. Everything's in constant motion. Everything is progression, and we keep going. But yeah, I'm so grateful for any of you who jump on today, and this is going to be a good one. I do have to end the lives a little shorter today because I'm going to go be getting my hair cut and getting groomed today. So it's going to be awesome. And I got to go and get that phone battery change at Apple because the battery requires a change, because I'll be live streaming every day and I require a good battery, along with obviously using my own battery pack. But yeah. There's a couple things that I wanted to touch upon, and I know that there might be someone on, or there may not be anybody on right now, but we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna grab my tablet, and my soul brother, his name is Jay. He came on yesterday. Not on my stream, but he was on Instagram, and he was sharing something, and he posted something which was pretty fascinating. It kind of goes along the lines of the whole knowingness. So I'm just gonna pull it up. I know there's nobody on right now, and that's okay. We just we're gonna get right to it, because hey, there's somebody. There we go. Hello. It's good to have you on. I'm about to share something that I saw yesterday on Instagram, or this morning, I should say, on Instagram. Is all about that knowingness that I was talking about. Because, there's belief, there's faith, and then there's knowingness. Now I just got to find that post that my brother posted yesterday. I have to go to my like items or my saved items. And there it is. All right. Hey, it's good to see you, Tiny Problem. And hey, Mohammed, nice to have you on, brother. So yeah, we're kind of starting off with just getting into the flow of things. Hey, stuff. All right. So my soul brother, his name is Jay. He basically said, when it comes to our beliefs, belief is roadblocks along the path to freedom. Beliefs gives us the escape hatch when what's required is a burning of the boats. So what does that mean? So because he wrote a lot. What that really means, from what I've perceived, what he wrote here, is our beliefs are blocking us, plain and simple. And we have to let go of what we think is real, but is actually real. Because remember what I said, it's not who you are, it's where you are. And where you are is your frequency. And your frequency will dictate how you will perceive the world, because your perception creates your projection. Your projection creates your perception. It's the perception perspective loop. Wow, I'm not even saying the words right now. It's the perception and projection loop. So how you see the world, and then vice versa. And this kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm about to share. So then he goes on and says, without full commitment, we're destined to fail, because there is no difference between 99% commitment and 1% commitment. Belief is a mental patterning that keeps us caught in a mental net. What up, Valtree? So good to have you on. So yeah, belief is a mental pattern that keeps us caught in a mental net, preventing us from going that last 1%. And that final vestige holds all the gold. So, for example, when you all are going after your set goals or dreams or desires, and shit's hitting the fan, and you don't persevere, you don't push through, and you literally give up at the final trek, right? So you see the finish line, you see the damn finish line, but you're literally not running to the finish line. And another analogy is, if you ever read the book Think and Grow Rich, I know a lot of you probably heard that. You're 3 feet from gold. So meaning, or you're even 1 inch from gold. So you're digging. So for those who don't know the story, in Think and Grow Rich, there was 2 dudes who were looking to get rich. And they kept digging and digging and digging. Hey there. Yeah, they kept digging and digging and digging. And they're like, where the fuck is the gold? Where the hell is the gold? They kept digging and digging and there was no gold. And then they quit. And guess what happened? Someone came to their digging spot and they just had to dig a little bit more and they were able to capture all the gold. So that's an analogy to say is when we're after something, like that 1%, our mental patterning will come in like, fuck. I will never achieve it, and because you don't see it. But really, when you're going through the difficult things in life, in that moment, because you're about to reach you can say the final destination. There is no really final destination. Everything is a journey. But my point to say is, when things are going wrong, even though it's not, you're actually on the verge of your breakthrough. So that kind of goes hand in hand with my brother, what he was saying. He says, again, I'm going to repeat this one. Without full commitment, we're destined to fail because there's no difference between 99% commitment and 1% commitment. Belief is a mental patterning that keeps us caught in the mental net, preventing us from going that final 1%. And that final vestige holds all the gold, meaning that last little bit of effort that you put in is going to make it all. It'll make that 99% worth everything. But we forget that one tiny percent and we fall off and we're like, fuck it. And then we quit. I've done a few of that in my time. So then he goes on and says, because there's a few slides that he has, beliefs fuel our addiction to seeking answers and keeping us dreaming instead of doing. To believe is to limit our understanding because we become stuck in our mind. If we believe something to be true, we aren't certain that it is true. So remember how I mentioned to you all about belief, faith, and knowing? So he's going to talk about knowing shortly. So let me preface. So you got belief, you have faith, and then you have knowing. So belief, if you're first starting out, you're believing to see if something is true. Do you believe that you could be rich? Do you believe that you can be successful? Do you believe that you can change? Some of you may think, I can't change. I'm stuck because you're at the beginning. I was like that at one point, but I had to force myself to start seeing the changes because I was doing it and it felt fake as fuck, but I did it. But after I started building that belief, because I was starting to know, oh, this is true, but I still had doubt. So faith and belief give you some tangible proof that thing is happening, but it leaves room for doubt because belief and faith is nothing more than trust, and trust leaves room for doubt. Whereas knowingness, it goes way beyond just trust. You just know. Like for example, you know that you can breathe. You know that you can speak. You know that you can blink your eyes without even having to think about it. You don't have to have faith and belief that you can blink your eyes. Your body just does it because you know your body's taking care of it. You know that you can digest food. You don't have to think, okay, I just ate that pasta or I ate that thing. Is my body going to digest it? You know it's just going to do it. The point I'm saying is, belief is a thing. And what he was saying is belief keeps you in this paradigm of, is this real? Is it not real? Is it true or is it false? And you're learning to build, even though you can't see it because it's not who you are, it's where you are, and where you are is your perception and it's your frequency of what you see in reality, basically you're going to say, is this working? Is it not? You don't know because you haven't built that belief level yet. And that's why I said everything is layers until you get to a point where fuck it, like I just know everything is working out for me. So let me continue. So then he goes on and then he says, the gap between belief and knowing. So pay attention to this. The gap between belief and knowing is a monumental chasm. Belief is of the mind. So hear this carefully. Belief is of the mind because you're having to think, do I believe in this? And knowing is of the soul. Again, I remind you, you know how to breathe. You know how to walk. Like, for example, I don't have to think and believe that I can move my hand. It's just moving on its own because I know it can do it. I know my brain can move my right hand. I know my brain can move my left foot. I know my brain can help me do the workout, like the jump rope workout that we're about to do. I know. So knowing is of the soul. If you're going to give our lives to something we can't believe, we must know. Let me read that one more time. If we're going to give our lives to something we can't believe, we must know. So what that means is, are you going to believe in something that you think is going to be real? You must know that it's real. You have to know. For example, again, do you believe that you can be successful, or do you know you can be successful? Do you believe that you can be in a thriving relationship, or do you know you can be in a thriving relationship? Because remember, belief puts doubt. Because belief is starting to build trust, but there's doubt. Whereas knowing, has none of that. It literally, you just know. You don't even have to think about it. It's automatic. It's natural. So then he finishes up by saying, to know we have to take our journey, not follow in footsteps of someone else. Knowing requires experience. You require evidence. Only then can you know the truth. So what does that mean? Remember I mentioned how when I first started out this journey, I didn't have belief in myself. I didn't know that I could change. I didn't remember, you heard the word I just said, that I know that I could change. I thought I knew that I could not change, and that was its own paradigm. That was its own paradox, I should say. And then I had to start believing that I could change. And I started looking in the mirror. I love you, Andre. You're a handsome guy, Andre. And I did that for months. And sure enough, even though it felt fake as fuck, because really I was just starting out this journey. I had no real concept of how I could really shift and change. I started seeing in my outer world, because I started mirroring in my inner world, that I'm a lovable guy. I'm a soul that can be a part of humanity, because, for most of my life, I decided not to be a part of humanity. I hated people. I fucking hated everyone. You name it, I hated everybody. I didn't care who you were. Whether you were a little baby to an old person, I hated you all, plain and simple. So I thought I couldn't change. I thought I was stuck, trapped, because I was creating this mental prison of like, I'm an awful human being, I'm a piece of shit, all that shit that I was saying in the mirror to myself for 20 fucking years. So when I started seeing that my inner world was shifting, my outer world was starting to shift too. Remember, for those of you who don't know, because there's some of you who are coming onto my stream for the very first time, I was super overweight. Now, is it like 400 pounds overweight? No. But I was overweight for my body type and my size. And I have proof, because this photo was taken back in 2018 when I was going through the worst part of my life. The person on the left side is the younger me, and the person on the right side is well, the 2021 version. So this is 2018. The dude who's like chubby he's really rounded, and the dude in 2021, the one on that has the actual smile, the real smile, is younger. So my point to say all this, I started shifting and changing internally first, and sure enough, my outside world started to follow through. So when I tell you and when I share with you that this shit actually works, it fucking actually works. Now, will it happen overnight? No, it will not happen overnight. You're gonna be like, fuck, it's not working. Fuck. And it's not working. I'm gonna give up. But the thing is, you gotta keep at it. You don't build a muscle in the gym as soon as you go to the gym. If you haven't been in the gym for like 20 years, let's say, do you think you're gonna be able to lift a 100-pound dumbbell and curl it? You may be able to do 1 rep, maybe. But I guarantee you're gonna struggle. Or you're gonna attempt to, run in place. You're gonna run for like 5 minutes. You're probably not gonna be able to last for 5 minutes. So my point to say is, it takes small, daily commitment. Remember what he said, commitment. Every single day. Yes, you're gonna put in that 99%, but remember that 1%, you just gotta keep going. And that's by taking small daily actions. This doesn't mean that you have to how do I explain this? You don't have to climb the fucking mountain. You see the mountain, right? You see the mountain that you have to climb. Are you gonna go from where you are to climbing that mountain in a day? No, unless you've trained yourself. If you haven't even climbed a mountain, you gotta start with, first of all, putting on your damn shoes. Secondly, you're gonna have to get the equipment. Thirdly, you gotta go to the mountain, and then you're gonna have to start observing it. These are steps, by the way. I'm reminding you, these take small, daily, micro steps. You're not taking this monumental leap because you're gonna burn out. It's like there's a ladder. Another great example. You have a ladder. You know the rungs on the ladder, you can reach them, right? So imagine there isn't any rungs in between the ladder. Hey sis, welcome. Imagine there's no rung on the ladder. So you have just the one that you're holding on, and then the other one's way up there and you can't even reach it. How in the hell are you gonna get it? You have to take these small, daily, little micro steps to get there. If you're attempting to climb this ladder that you can't even reach the next rung. That's what we do in life. We overextend ourselves. It's a small, daily, micro steps. And sis, since you just came on, I'm gonna read what Jay said, because I just read it to everybody, but I'm gonna read it again. This talks about knowing and belief. So you're gonna love this, because I saw this morning, and I knew Soul Brother was gonna come through because I felt it. So I'm gonna read it he posted on Instagram. I'm gonna read it from the beginning. You're gonna take it all in, because I already explained everything. So, belief is a roadblock along the path to freedom. Belief gives us the escape hatch when what's required is a burning of the boats, meaning take action, don't stay stuck. Secondly, without full commitment, we're destined to fail, because there's no difference between 99% commitment and 1% commitment. Belief is a mental patterning that keeps us caught in the mental net, preventing us from going that one final percent. And that final vestige, that final percent, holds all the goals. So meaning, remember, I was sharing with everybody the Napoleon Hill analogy, where you're 3 feet from goal, or you're 1 inch from goal, and you're digging, you don't see the goal, and then you just have to dig just that 1% more and it's there. And those 2 guys that were digging for those goals, they quit. And then somebody took their digging hole and just digged maybe for 5 minutes, and bang, all the gold was there. And do you know how they were fucking depressed, because they were so damn close to the goal and they just chose not to continue. So it's that final percent. And that's why you got to keep going every day, little by little, micro steps. All right, and then he continues by saying, Belief fuels our addictions to seeking answers and keeping us dreaming instead of doing. I'm going to read that again. Belief fuels our addiction to seeking answers and keeping us dreaming instead of doing. Yeah, the final percent, exactly. To believe is to limit our understanding, or as you all know, I'm going to say understanding, because we become stuck in our mind. If we believe something to be true, we aren't certain that it's true. So, meaning, if we think that the sky is blue, we don't know that the sky is blue. Hey brother, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you there, Christopher, Mr. Popular. I trust that you're doing good, brother. I know you're doing good. I always know you're doing good. But yeah, imagine we are looking at the sky and we say, I trust that the sky is blue. Does that mean that we know it, or is there a doubt that the sky is blue? You know what I'm saying? You guys are awesome. You guys having conversations is beautiful. So my point to say all this is, if we believe something to be true, we aren't certain that it is true. So like, if we believe that we can talk, we're not certain that we can talk, right? If we believe that we can close our eyes, we don't know, we have doubt that can we actually close our eyes? And then there's 2 more slides. There's the emojis. I love it. Thank you, Valtteri. I appreciate it. Who said it's blue? It's just a word we told it. Exactly. Somebody decided to call it blue. In fact, it could be blah, blah, blah for all we know. We just decided to call things. And I'm going to get into the dangers of labels shortly. All right, so I'm going to continue. The gap between belief and knowing, pay attention, is a monumental chasm. Belief and knowing. Remember, belief is here, faith, knowing. Knowing is like you just know. You don't have to even think, you just know. Belief is of the mind. Sister, listen to this one. Belief is of the mind. Knowing is of the soul. You just know. Your soul knows. Your mind is gonna say, like, ugh. No, your mind is like believing. Your soul fucking knows. You just know. If you're going to give our lives to something we can't believe, we must know. So if we're going to give our life to something, let's give it to knowing, not believing. Because we know that the universe has your back. Even though you may feel that it doesn't, it does. It's just this getting in the way, the mental patterning or the mental net that you're trapped in. And then finally, to know we have to take our journey, not follow in the footsteps of someone else. Knowing requires experience. You require evidence. Only then can you know the truth. So meaning, thank you, Jay, by the way. Meaning, again, this goes back to the beginning of my journey where I didn't know that I could change. And I was in the mirror every day. Oh, I love you, Andre. You're a handsome guy. And I was like doing it over and over for like months. And then I started to see the change. I started not only seeing the energy, even though I wasn't into energy back then. Who wrote that? His name is Jay Cohan. He's on Instagram. He's basically a soul brother of mine. He's a soul brother to all of us. But his name is Coach Jay Cohan on Instagram. He has got a very poetic way of explaining things. But he also has a way to simplify explaining things. That's his skill right there. Yes, exactly. There you go. Oh yeah, that's right. You found me through him. Exactly. That was Jay, basically. Literally. That was Jay's writing that he wrote. I just read it off of Instagram because he posted it last night and I just saw it this morning. See, I totally forgot, Valtteri. You met me through Jay. It's beautiful. So my point to say all this is, like, after I kept doing and taking small actions daily, even though it felt fake as fuck, and I still did the thing because I knew that something was gonna give way. It's similar to like when I was playing video games, and I'll get into that momentarily. When I kept doing the thing, people were starting to say, "Hey, Andre, there's something different about you. Like you seem more happier. You seem more like they just feel better around me." Because I used to come to the workplace, to the not even workplace, the play place, and I was very negative, and I'm draining their soul because like my energy was like very toxic, very negative, very pessimistic, and they could feel the energy. I'm like, it's him. He's gonna drain me. Let me limit my interaction. But of course, some of them were also they were in the same vibration as me, and we were just feeding each other's negativity. And guess what? It just created more negativity. But of course, like as I kept shifting, like I started fitting back in my suits because I started telling myself that I love me. I'm a happy guy. I can change, I can shift. And then I started fitting back in my suits. I saw the weight start to drop off. I was still working out, or I'm gonna say playing out, and I was burning mad like fat, mad like calories daily because I wasn't lifting weights. I was just doing cardio, straight up cardio for like 2 hours a day. And I didn't care about building muscle back then. I was just like, let me drop this like weight that I had on me, and so I can fit back in my suits. That was my motivation. I was like, I'm not buying new suits. I love my suits. I am not buying new suits because I know if I buy new suits and then I lose the weight, guess what? The suit's gonna swallow me whole. It's gonna be so big. I'm not gonna. It's like I have this big ass like oversized like suit. I don't like oversized clothing. That's not my jam. Like I know that's the style in 2024 because we repeat cycles, because right now we're living the 90s because a lot of people are wearing baggy clothing again. I'm not into baggy clothing. I love like fitted clothing, and I'm gonna stay like that. I don't change with everyone else changing. I'm my own damn person. I don't follow trends. I am my own damn trend. But my point to say all this is my motivation, my inspiration was to fit in my suit, and sure enough, I kept doing it little by little, every day. And sure enough, I saw the proof, aka the evidence that what Jay said. And sure enough, now I know that I could change because I saw the evidence. And that's the thing, we are looking for evidence. And when you find that evidence, by continuously keep doing the thing, you will see that everything's gonna unfold, and whatever you desire it's already within. That's why I keep saying it's an inner world game. Now, I was gonna mention the video game analogy, and then there's something else I'm gonna talk about. When I first played, so tiny problem should still be here. There's a video game that I play consistently, in fact. It's called Dead by Daylight. For those of you who don't know what Dead by Daylight is, it's a survivor horror game where you're trapped on a map with a killer meaning another player. And this killer has to destroy 4 of us, and there's 4 survivors, and you have to open up the gate. And by opening up the gate to escape, you have to power on generators. It's the different concept from what I explained about the generators of your core beliefs, core identities, and whatever. When I first started playing this game, I was shit. I was trash at it. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just like pressing random buttons. I have no fucking idea what to do. I'm getting smashed by the killer. I'm dying, and people are getting mad at me because I don't know how to play the game. This was back in like late 2017. Sure enough, I kept playing, and I got better. And then there was a former colleague of mine. He says, yo, there's a leveling system. And back then it was much difficult to get that level than it is now. But there's something called rank 1, meaning like you're one of the top players in the world. Like when you are rank 1, you're like considered really damn good at the game. And he's like, man, it's impossible to get to rank 1. He told himself that because it's impossible, because he's never achieved it. So I'm like, he was attempting to instill that, oh, it's going to be difficult to get to rank 1, Andre. Good luck attempting to get there. But I was like, I was determined. What up, Eric? So good to have you on, brother. So grateful. We're going to be doing that jump rope workout shortly. But yeah, like he kept saying, like, you're not going to get to rank 1. It's going to be difficult. Like it's impossible, especially if you're going to go play on PC, especially if you're going to attempt to play with the PC players, because they're more skilled because they're using keyboard and mouse and you're using controller. Like a great example. I love that I have my stuff. I can always, like, you know, I'm playing controller and they have keyboard and mouse. And I'm like, okay. But guess what? Over time, guess what rank I got to? I got to rank 1. How did I do it? I kept playing. I kept playing. And I kept playing. And I'm so grateful that Eric, you saw some of Olga's videos. I'm so grateful that you guys are interacting. This is what lights my soul on fire. You guys connecting in the chat. This right here hits the soul. So yeah, anyways, as you guys continue to talk with each other, I'm just gonna keep sharing. But essentially, I was playing and I was like, I'm going to get to rank 1. I'ma get to rank 1. I'ma fucking get to rank 1. And sure enough, I got to rank 1 on PC, which is harder to do than it is on console, on PS4, PS5, Xbox. And sure enough, it's because I kept practicing. Every day, I played little by little. I got better. I refined my skills. And my point to say all this is, when you keep going and keep practicing little by little micro steps, you're going to improve. Just like you to do the videos every day. Exactly, I'm improving every day. These videos, like, you're starting to see me move around more and be more articulate. When I was first starting out, like, I mean, I had already practice on Facebook and Instagram, but when I first start, not that, I know you've seen it. If you go on my Facebook or Instagram, my first live, I was like, I wasn't as expressive. Like, I was sharing, I was getting out of my comfort zone. I already knew how to speak and stuff, but I wasn't like very articulate. I was kind of still a little stiff. Now I'm just kind of loosey-goosey and flowy. So like, my point to say all this is, it's because I continue to practice every single day and improve and improve and improve. And sure enough, I'm seeing what's happening as a byproduct. Getting in the flow, you are, yeah, exactly. It's creator though. It's not me. None of this is me. None of this that I'm sharing is me. I can't take credit for anything, because it's God working through me to reach you, to be a mirror. Good to hear. Today was not my day. I've set my goals for tomorrow. In this present moment, even though so Eric, even though you said maybe today it wasn't your day, it's okay. In this present moment, we're shifting. It is my day now. Right in this moment, we're shifting. It's my day. We can literally shift in the present moment. But it's a choice. No force, no obligations, but you can shift in this present moment that I'm the master creator, and I can shift in this present moment that today, right now, in this moment is my day. All right, so I talked about the video game analogy now, about practicing. So I was gonna mention labels, because Olga brought up about the sky. Like, who says it's called blue, right? Because I brought it up. So for those of you, there's another YouTuber who's another mirror of mine. His name is Narrow Knowledge, and I saw one of his videos today. I've seen his videos a lot. So like, every time you watch something, you can pick up something new. And he was talking about labels and the dangers of labels. When we label something good or bad, we put emotional charge to it. From that emotional charge, it creates energy and motion. From energy and motion, it creates a vibration. And then a vibration, when we keep adding emotional energy, it's called emotional energetic momentum, it creates a frequency. And then the dangers of, like, you're right. So like, for example, the sky is blue. Like, we called it blue, but Once upon a time, we didn't even know the word blue. So there was an ancient civilization back in the day where they didn't even know the sky existed. They just didn't know because the color blue or the word blue didn't exist. So thus the sky didn't exist for them until someone came and made them aware, made something that was currently invisible to them visible. And that's what we're doing for one another. When I'm sharing, it's not that I know more. You all have the same information that I do. It's just hiding, tucking inside of your wisdom well. And I'm just pulling it out and reflecting it at you, with you, through you, and by you, that you're the master creator and you already have everything within you. But yeah, like that one person came to a village that had no concept of the sky. I'm going to read what you just said there, Valtteri. And sure enough, bang. They now know that the sky exists because the color blue exists in the reality. So Matt and Joy Kahn said in 2025, the influencers who talk about information will start to fall away, and those who talk about what they actually living will rise. Made me think of you. Thank you, brother. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And by the way, say hello to your girlfriend. I trust that the book is still going well for her as well. That's really cool. And you're right. And Valtteri, since you know Jay, he kind of said the same thing too, because you know, I don't desire to be, once upon a time, I desired to be that influencer to like impact billions of people. And that's awesome. I'm so happy she's enjoying it. And when Jay said this and I was sitting on that Google Meet because he has those wisdom calls every other Thursday. I was sitting here and he was talking to another soul sister of ours. And basically he says, we're, you know, what you kind of goes hand in hand with what you just said there. We're leaving the age of people who are selling courses and this and that and blah, because a lot of people stop giving a fuck about that, because it's not to say like not to go promote yourself. But the thing is, what you said, like selling information, we all have the information. It's those that are living it that people will resonate with. People desire to be connected with those who see them and they're not just a fucking number. And the thing is, and this is a big should I ever make a course? Should I ever have some sort of coaching program? Do you think I'm gonna make the price at 9, like end in 7, and let there only be like 5 spots, and like you gotta sign up now, you gotta sign up now? Like that's what a lot of people do. If you look on all the social medias, a lot of them tend to like do this scarcity bullshit. I've always said I don't care about sharing my life with strangers. It's okay, but you're here now with us, and you shifted, because you shared quite a few things with us, brother, and I'm so proud of you for shifting. You've done it. Yeah. So like when Jay said that, I was like, someone finally gets what I'm talking about, because I knew I felt this feeling inside of my soul. Like I knew I wasn't the only one that was feeling this. I just couldn't put it into words, because the words, though they exist inside of my wisdom well, Jay had to pull it out through from his wisdom well, or the wisdom well that resides in him, and reflect it back at me. I'm like, holy fuck. Wow, Jay, you just gave me like a grand epiphany. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing like everybody else. Like, I refuse to be like every other coach. I refuse to be like, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna take action. I'm not saying I'm resistant. It's just that I refuse to be like every other person. And this is why I choose to do lives every day, whether it's for 20 minutes or fucking 4 hours. Yesterday's live was 4 hours long. The lives are either shorter or longer. It doesn't matter. I'm letting go of outcome and expectations. I'm just allowing the soul to unfold the way it's supposed to. And just whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. Of course, I have to take action, but I also have to allow things to unfold organically. Because if I attempt to control, like it has to be this way, then shit is not going to work. And I've done that and it never worked out for me. Well, let me rephrase that. It always works out for you, but in ways that you, the finite mind, think it's supposed to, but reality is your soul knows better, and you have to just surrender and listen. We went through hell and we do not judge. We meet each other where we are. Exactly. We're mirrors. The moment I judge any of you, I'm judging myself. I'm not here to judge anybody. I've been judged all my life. I know what it feels like to feel fucking judged. I know all of you have felt what it feels like to be judged, and it fucking sucks. I'm done with that shit. And it's not just me. There's other people who are starting to like break this, the cycle of judgment. And more of us are starting to become aware. Stop judging each other. We're one. We're individuals, and you're a unique expression to the Creator, God, Source, Truth, insert name. But we are one, and like the moment. Nah, you're good. By the way, oh, hey, I didn't even know that. Cool. Well, there you go. See, I appreciate that. So yeah, the thing is like, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful like that you shared that, but also, yeah, like I'm not here to judge. Like there's a space for all of you to just connect. Exactly. A used to be Barry. So there you go. Little by little. You know what I'm saying? This is a space for you guys to just be. I see you all. I ain't here to judge any of you. Fuck, I've been judged all my life. Why the hell would I want to do that? The very thing you've been through is the very thing you're here to serve others and make sure you don't do it to someone else. Yeah, Olga is still Olga. Exactly. That's her name. Of course, mine says the superhero of love, but it's Andre. Andray, as Valtteri is written. But yes. And as Olga said too. There you go. See, this is why I love, this is building a little bit of community. I didn't realize it was going to do this. If you only thought that almost 2 or 3 weeks ago, it's almost 3 weeks. Monday will be 3 weeks. But Monday is also travel day. So I'm going to make sure I'll be on a little bit later because, traveling 3 hours behind. So I didn't realize that this was going to have connections. I thought it was just going to be a few people and I'm going to do my workout and I'm going to share some stuff and then I'm going to drop off. Sure enough, now you guys are connecting and things are happening. Who knows where things will go? We must meet up one day for hiking with Andre, you guys. Yeah, I love trails. I love climbing mountains. I haven't actually climbed with like that. I mean, I mean to say hiking up mountains, because there's a difference between hiking up mountains and climbing a mountain, because they're two different things. But I love mountains. And yeah, I love exploring. Nature is my jam. I never thought I was a nature guy. Or I will say the nature boy, Ric Flair. I never thought about that, but I do love nature. I love it. So yeah, back to the label thing for a moment. When we put labels on stuff, and we do that all the time, because remember, in our 3D world, in our third reality, everything is labeled. Good, bad, this, that. Nothing's wrong with that. But when we transcend and know that everything is one, because everything is one in the fifth plane of existence, or the seventh plane, or whatever you want to call it, basically beyond Earth, everything is one. But again, when we put labels, whether good or bad, we're putting energy in motion, which is emotional energy, which is one and the same, and that builds a vibration. And if we keep having energetic momentum, that builds frequency of what it is, whether it's love or hate, and then we're right. And that right, it's your right thing that is where we get trapped and we can get stuck, and it creates your perception of the world, and then your perception creates your projection of the world, and it becomes a loop. Thank you everyone for being here, and thank you so much, Andre, for doing these. Thank you. You're an inspiration too. You're my mirror. The very fact that you show up almost every day, I appreciate you so much. And Olga, what is with the Y? There's an I at the end of Valtteri's name. Stop typing Chinese. I, not Y. It's an I. I have to bust your chops, because when we text, It's like Chinese sometimes, and I have to like, yeah, I won't, but like, come on, like T-E-R-I, not T-E-R-Y. No Y, I. Put an I. Put an I in Valtteri's name. Do it. No. English, there is no second language. It's all good. It's all good. I'm busting her chops. We have to have some fun here. What else? So yeah, putting labels. Like, what's something I can use? I'll use a basketball. You know, once upon a time, this basketball wasn't called basketball. In fact, it wasn't even called a ball. We had no concept of what this was called. And this was nothing. And it came from somebody's imagination, and then they created it, but they didn't know what to call it. Of course, you know, over time they call it basketball, but like, this is a label. This thing right here is a label, right? But the thing is, like, because we created the label for basketball, now it adds some emotion to this. And now that emotion is building vibration to keeping this thing in my hand, and is building energetic momentum to build frequency. And thus, this is a basketball. My point to say all of this is, like, we got to be careful when it comes to like ourselves and to other mirrors, because every one of us is a mirror. And every one of us is God wearing a mask, because we are God, basically. To be careful what we say to each other. That's why words are very important. Words are very powerful. That's why, like, words, like, there are certain words that I don't use, and I choose not to use them. And as you keep coming along this journey with me, because that's not my journey, it's our journey. Your story is unfolding, and I'm in your story, and my journey and my story is unfolding, and you're in my story. When we keep growing, you're gonna see the words that I'm using. I don't use the word want and need, even though sometimes they still spit out, and sometimes we're unconscious of the word. Yeah, words can build someone up or break someone down. Exactly. It can create or destroy. I'm sure it was you that also said, Eric, that if you give the permission, if you let it happen, like if you give permission for it to hurt you, then it can hurt you. But the thing is, you have to get to that awareness of like, I'm not gonna let that hurt me. Like, that's just someone else's projection. That has nothing to do with me. I used to be so harsh with everybody. Dude, guilty as charged. I was so harsh. Olga could tell you. She felt it firsthand at one point. But you know, I was still becoming more aware, like, oh, be careful, relax. Yeah, and as kids, though, we took it as true. So like, yeah, our parents and, you know, their parents and their parents, like, it was a cycle. We're the cycle breakers. That's who we are at the core. And then of course, for your daughter and your son, and I trust that they're feeling a little bit better, brother. If they're not, I will do some more sound healing later on. But yeah, you know, the thing is, exactly, I became more aware of my influence on my children. Exactly. And the thing is, like, your children, they're a sponge right now, so they absorb everything that you say and do, and they can feel your feelings. You're aware, and you're choosing not to do the things that you used to do in the past. And this right there, brother, I'm fucking proud of you, because some people know better, but they still don't do better. But you now know better, and you choose to do better. So I'm proud of you for doing that, because a lot of people, they know better, but they still choose not to do better. So yeah, I'm so proud of all of you. First of all, the three of you that I know there's 7 of you, and there's a few people that are not sharing at the moment, but like, for the 3 of you that are like communicating with each other, I'm proud of you for, you know, taking in each other, Remember to smash the like button, guys. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that either. Like, I know if you watch a YouTube video, you'll say, you gotta like and comment and subscribe. But I used to do that. If you've seen my videos, I used to do it in the past. And remember to follow and subscribe for more tips to keep moving. That's what I used to say all the time. No, it's up to you if you choose to. I appreciate it, I really do, but it's up to you. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. It does help, yes, but like, you know, it's not that I have a fear of like asking for you guys to subscribe or asking for likes and things. It's just that I've let go of like what I desire, and I leave it up to each of you to feel, do you feel called to do that? Like, for example, Nero, he doesn't ever ask anybody to subscribe to his channel or like or comment. He'll say leave comments of what you've learned from the video that he made, but he never says leave your favorite emoji for engagement or something. He doesn't do that. I choose to use YouTube differently than most people. I'm not gonna be doing what I was doing anymore. Like, it may take time for it to grow, but it's gonna grow. And it's gonna grow in its own unique way. And again, I refuse to sit and make content, this is how you do this, and I'm gonna explain. I'll leave it to other people, like Jay. Jay's an amazing person. He can teach and explain things with simplified concept. I have to take some time to articulate through my stories, and I can't leave that in a YouTube video. I mean, I could, but it will be a very long YouTube video, and I would rather just go live stream because I'm in my own flow in my own live stream. Did you see the question by @HelloWorld? No, I didn't. I'm gonna read it right now. Earlier, I thank you, Hello World. I'm so grateful that you're here. I was in a little bit of flow there. My apologies. Earlier, I really don't understand what you meant when you were saying vibration, spirit, frequency, mirrors, and us being gods. When you're explaining the basketball. Oh, the basketball is, I was giving a different example. So let me explain something about that. So, I know I kind of confused you, but like, that's basically, I was referring to labels, like when we label stuff. So I'm so grateful, Valtteri, you said that. So thank you for making me, getting me kind of back into the zone. So when it comes to you, Hello World, that you're God in human form, you know, society has told you that you're a human and that you have no power, that your power is from the government, that they control everything that you do. No. God created you infinite and powerful. Now, when it comes to, I'm gonna just scroll up and keep that question in my mind. So when you said vibration, spirit, frequency, mirrors, and us being gods. Yeah. So like I said, the basketball thing was more label. So I explained, like, you know, everything is created, everything's vibration. So let me just kind of get to the root of all this. So everything in our known universe, so like, for example, there's my trimmer. I just charging it because I require it for my trip. That's vibrating. Even though it's off, like, this is vibrating. Everything in our universe, from the moon, the sun, the stars, all the other planets, it's constantly vibrating. You may not see it, but it's vibrating. Us as humans, we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. We are God, and we are also vibrating. And that basketball is vibrating, these gloves are vibrating, and those vibration creates a frequency. And whatever the frequency is, right? So whatever so this vibration has energetic momentum. So what is energetic momentum? You're building, okay, I'll use a more tangible example. I'm gonna use me. I hate all of you. So this is the old me. I hate all of you. And I'm building a vibration of hate inside of me now. Like, I fucking hate all of you. I hate all of you. And then from that energy that I just built, it's resonating with hate now. I'm seething with anger and hate for all of humans on this planet. And sure enough, because I keep feeding it, there's energy flowing towards this hate. And that hate is creating a vibration, and that vibration now is having energetic momentum, because I'm like, I fucking hate you, and I hate you, and I fucking hate you, and I keep building it and building it and building it, and sure enough, I'm right, I hate everybody. So what I'm getting at is, you're God, you can create whatever you want. You can, whatever you desire, I should say. You can create whatever you desire within yourself. If I start saying, I love you, Valtteri, I love you, Hello World, I love you, Olga, I love you, Eric, I love Tiny Problem, I love you all, I'm starting to build love. And that love is starting to build a vibration. And that vibration, because I'm feeding more love, and you can say this is like the law of attraction or the law of vibration. Essentially, now I am building more emotional, energetic momentum towards love, and that's creating its own vibration and frequency for me to magnetize, and you can feel the difference. And that's why I said you are God, because God is an impersonal energy. God doesn't care if you hate people or you love people. God created you to live out your purpose. It's up to you if you choose to do that or not. Now, you may ask, well, what the fuck is my purpose? That's by going in and surrendering and letting the mind just shh. Your mind's gonna keep talking. You guys believe in karma? I'm still kind of working with that, because like, I feel that if you're doing good, not that you should expect good, but like if you're doing good, it comes back to you. But if you're doing bad, it will find its way back to you. Yes, karma is just an opportunity to learn, not punishment. Exactly. It's sort of like the law of vibration, or the law of attraction, or the law of magnetism. Because like, whatever energy you're putting out, and you're putting that out in the world, it'll come back to you in that same way over and over. That's what I feel. But of course, like, that's not always the case, because they say, why do bad people all get, when I say bad, because this is a label, so I'm being mindful of this, why do bad people always get good shit, and why do good people always get bad shit? So it's because of their internal emotional, like, regulation, their nervous system. And I do like the way you explained that, Valtteri. Thank you for sharing that. That means a lot. Yeah, until you transmute it, or you do not give the energy to it, you become creator. Exactly. If you keep saying, I'm gonna destroy the world, and I'm gonna be a piece of shit, or I'm this, or I'm that, you're gonna just keep creating, and sure enough, that energy is gonna find its way out, because the universe is always G-checking your energy, and it will keep magnifying it. So like, if you're gonna go and like kill people and hurt people, eventually your ass is gonna die, like one way or another. We're all gonna die, but your way probably is gonna come at a way that you least expect, because someone's gonna take you out. But if you're doing great in the world, and yes, good things do happen, bad things do happen to good people. Like, shit happens. And you're like, well, why did they're such an amazing person. That's just the universe just having equilibrium, like balance. Sometimes shit just happens. Sometimes we just can't explain it. But I do believe in karma. I do believe in it, and I choose to feed good energy, good vibrations to the world, to all of you. Because I used to, my life feels like one big test. My life, dude, my life has felt like that too. But now I don't see it as a test anymore. I see it as preparation. That's a perspective, because like, for me, like, they say there's like this thing, I know how that goes there. Yeah, so like, for example, you've all probably heard the universe is testing you, or God is testing you. The God is testing you. God is testing you to see if you're gonna live up to the word. No, I choose not to subscribe to that. Why in the blue hell would God test you? I choose to see it as God is simply preparing you, and it prepares you by sending, whether you call them trials or challenges, for you to have this opportunity to grow and to evolve and to learn, not even learn, to realize what has to be done so that you can move on to the next level. Because God sends you things that only you can handle in that time. It doesn't send you things that you won't be able to handle. It knows you can handle it. It's just that your mental patterning will dictate, oh, I can't handle this shit, and I'm gonna give up. So I do feel what you're saying about life is like one big test, but it's a perspective, because I choose to see life as, no, Creator's preparing me. Creator's been preparing me all this time. It took 5 fucking years for me to basically start speaking up my truth. Even up until last year, I was still kind of stifling my voice. I was like, I don't think I should say this, because like people are gonna think of me as like, it's okay, you can lighten up right now. We're doing it right now. In this present moment, Eric, you are lighting up. That's it. You're just lighting up. But it takes time. When you start to really shift and you know that you're the creator, and this goes back to Hello World. For Hello World, whenever you, and I really love that name. It's such a beautiful name. You can shift in every present moment as the master creator. Ah, yes, Robert Edgar Grant always says we choose it all. Our higher self choose it all. I think you speak about the same thing on, yeah. I'm basically saying that, so there's, this right here, this is a character in the 3D world. You all can see this character. There's a higher self that you mentioned, Valtteri, that is holding the video game controller, moving me. So like right now, the higher version, the higher self is pressing the X button, PS5 controller, because you know, that's my jam. Pressing the X button for me to go live and speak. Now it's telling me, okay, I gotta press the circle button for him to talk about this. Now I'm gonna use the D-pad to have him like move around in the 3D world. So like the player is moving this character, this 3D body through my higher mind. And then there's the creator who goes beyond the player and the character, but it is the player and the character at the same time. It's the overseer, basically. It's the observer who's watching. Okay, so the player is like moving the character, but I'm gonna give orders to this player like, hey, remember that he's got to do this. Ah, oh yes, that's right. He's got to like do this. Okay, I'm gonna press the button. Okay, I'm gonna have him like go talk to everybody on YouTube. And sure enough, here we are. So that's the simplest way I can explain it. But yes, you're absolutely spot on. Everybody has a higher mind. Yeah, I know. Same, dude. Like, the higher mind, really? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's another version of me somewhere else? And then I was like, I don't know where I started feeling this as my knowingness, not even believing it, but knowingness, like, I was like just sitting and actually I do kind of have an idea. I was sitting in, I'll call it meditation. I was sitting in meditation and like all these like crazy shit was like happening. I was like seeing colors, I was seeing all this, and I was seeing things just unfolding. I was like, this is definitely not my brain. This is something else. This is something else happening. And then I have a story for you all, actually. I know exactly when it happened because it just came to me. Because now the character or the player is like, hey, you didn't tell them about this. And this was very pivotal. Olga knows about this, so I'm going to share it. So basically, the player just basically pressed the button. You haven't really made any sense the last 5 minutes. It's okay, Mo. I'm gonna explain it. Give me a moment. It's gonna take some time. Most who are on the same vibration understands what I'm saying. The soul knows. Your mind right now might be confused, but it's okay. I got you. My soul was with another soul and she did a meditation. And I was like, I was sitting, closing my eyes, and all of a sudden this crystal, shiny, glowy hand took my soul out of my body. And you're like, what the fuck? Took my soul out of my body. This was in early 2022 of March, and I was gone. I don't know where I went, but I remember it was unconditional love, and I was gone for like 2.5 hours, and she was calling out my name, and I couldn't hear her. I didn't fall asleep. She called out to my name, I could hear her, but I couldn't, like, I wasn't in my body. So you can say that's astral projection. I didn't know about astral projection or any of that crap back then. I just simply knew that I left my body temporarily, and it took me on this like soul journey. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, you're not your body, your mind, your thoughts are not exactly. It's okay, Mo, I got you. I know some of these concepts can be kind of like, what the fuck is happening? I have had a near-death experience, exactly. So you understand what I'm about to get to. So like, I'm out of my body, and I'm experiencing this stuff, and I come back, and I just felt this. Number one, why am I back in my body? Number two, my God, that was such a beautiful, peaceful, harmonious thing. I desire to feel this feeling. I felt that feeling for like 2 days straight, but then it disappeared. But I was like, wow, it's unconditionally love. So again, why am I bringing this up? So to kind of now get to Mo, like to help him understand. Because I know I can get confusing. I can start talking about one thing and go on some complete tangent. I promise you, I always find a way to wrap it back up. Yeah, it is the most peaceful thing ever, exactly. Basically, what I'm sharing is like when I was out of my body, Mo, that's when I realized that there is something beyond just my mind. Because I still didn't believe in there's a God. I didn't believe in, and see, I'm saying the word believe. I'm not saying no. I didn't believe in a God. And sure enough, that was my, you can say, creation that I brought, because I created this as I'm the master creator. What happened to cause that? Oh, that's for Eric. Eric, if you choose to share what happened, please. If you don't, it's all good. But I'll continue. So because I created this reality, and I didn't know I was the master creator. I didn't know that I could sit and feel feelings and conjure up things, and I can bring it into reality. I thought I was a little slave to this world, and I thought someone was controlling me. Allergic reaction caused an anaphylactic shock. Wow. I'm so grateful you're still here. I'm so grateful you're still here. Yeah, I'm going to get centered, because yeah, I didn't want to confuse Mo, because it can be confusing when you're just coming in and like I'm talking about something. It's like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm God. I'm going to put it as simple as possible, Mo. So if you're still here, Mo, this one's for you. You were born. Where did you come from? And now you can say, if you want to be technical, I came from my dad's seed and then my mom's egg and they came together. Yeah, we know that part. We know that. But where did your soul come from? Where did your soul come from? It came from somewhere. It didn't just come out of nothing. It came from something. You can call it higher. You got the afterlife, heaven, seventh plane of existence, whatever name you give it. And that soul is one soul that has split into multiple fragments. Thus, we are born. We are creation. Every one of us is God wearing a mask. Now, you can choose to entertain that thought, or you can choose to still be the human and be limited. Because a lot of us, we fight for our limitations. I had an outer body experience when my heart stopped. Exactly. See, the thing is, like, you've basically experienced something similar to me. Mine, thank goodness, for me, even though it doesn't matter, because I know where we're going after we're dead. It's just transition to a higher place where things can be created in an instant. It's just love. It's unconditional love. But yeah, back to Hello World and Mo. You both are God. This is not God complex. This is not saying, I am the God of all universes and you are all my little slaves. There's nothing to do with that. You're God. I am God. We co-create together this beautiful experience called life. All the people you see in your world is nothing but a mirror. All the people that I see in this world is nothing but a mirror. Every one of us is God wearing a mask. That's as simple as it's going to get. You're the master creator. But you can choose, again, to subscribe to, I'm a human though, and if I punch this wall, I'm going to hurt my hand. Yes, that's real. It's facts. But at the same time, you are letting outside things dictate your world when it's really your inner world that's really your own creation. And what you create internally will be brought out into the external. That the experience we both had was the same. The thing that caused it was exactly. Different people experience the same thing, but from different situations. Mine was just sitting in a meditation. You can say my sister, she was my soul sister. She was activating something, and like I just. And remember, I didn't know about astral projection. I wasn't really even spiritual at that time either. I just didn't know anything about anything. I was more mindset and personal development, and I can improve. And things like spirituality was still kind of like foreign to me. Even though our soul knows, the mind is like, doesn't know. Because the mind is like programmed with the identity that we formed throughout the last however many years you've been on the planet. So to Mo and hello world, you're God in human form. And everything is vibrating. And that vibration with energetic momentum builds a frequency, whether it's love or hate or apathy or joy or peace or destruction, whatever you want to call it. And you can build that within yourself. It is within yourself. It's built within you. You just have to realize that you are God. And another mirror doesn't really have to tell you, because you already know, but your mind is getting in the way and creating the illusion of separation. Because I've created this illusion of separation. Yeah, in it we move and have our being, exactly. It really is just that simple. The essence, the energy. It's just energy. I'm just energy, but the energy is holding my atoms and molecules together to keep me back. All right, brother, I'll see you in a bit. I'll probably be in the workout when you come back, but whenever you do come back, I'll be here. But I gotta be mindful of time, because I gotta go get ready and go get my hair cut and stuff. So I gotta be also very mindful of time. So again, for Mo and for hello world, I didn't mean to cause confusion, because I know these things it can take some time to like really absorb. But there's a reason why you're here, and your soul knows the answer. I'm just here to be that mirror to remind you of your divinity. I don't have anything more than you do. I don't. The wisdom that is residing inside of me isn't my wisdom. It resides in all of us. You have your own wisdom well, I have my own. But when we say my own, it means that the wisdom well is hiding with information that we all have. We all have the same information. So if that still sounds confusing, then just stick around. You're gonna get it. I promise you. It's not gonna happen. Do you think it just happened for me overnight till I finally understood it? This is why I'm also in the process of really simplifying how to speak. Because the thing is, if you can't convey a message to like a third grader that they can understand, then you lost your people. Like your people won't understand. But like Valtteri, Olga, Tiny Problem, Eric, Max, who else? Giannis when he's here, Christopher, they get it. It's because they are just vibrating at a frequency that, because they've done the work within themselves, and they get it. They understand. Not to say that you don't understand, because you do. It's just that it may take you some time. I'm just helping you bring what's currently invisible to you visible. That's it. So yeah, I do apologize about the basketball. I was just holding it because I don't know, my soul decided to run with it. And here's the beautiful thing about it. This conversation is unfolding the way it's supposed to. Like you asking those questions, hello world, and Mo saying, for the last 5 minutes, it didn't make any sense. I'm glad the conversation went this way, because it helps. And the thing is, it was meant to unfold the way it is, and we're gonna run with it. We're gonna just keep going with it. But it's also feedback to like, hey, just remember to stay on track, Andre. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up that like you confused a couple people in the process. It's okay. This is all practice. This is why me showing up and being messy and raw and maybe unorganized at times is exactly what we all require. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, to simplify, to wrap that all up again one more time, you are God in human form. Everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating. And that vibration has energetic momentum because you're feeding energy to it. Whether it's a basketball, a backpack, like all these things are technically an illusion. Like they don't actually exist, but they exist. Thank you for the emojis, guys. I really appreciate them because, they bring a little bit of joy into my soul because I love it brings inner child stuff to me. And y'all know I love being in my inner child. So yeah, this is how this live is unfolding. And basically, yeah, you are God in human form. Can't get any simpler than that. But I'm not God. I'm human. No, actually you are. This is not having a God complex. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over. You're a master creator. You are the universe in human form. You are, insert your God's name. And when you say your God, it's not your God. It's everyone's God. Because we're all God. Plain and simple. Can't get any simpler than that. So ego is technically God. And I'll tell you why. See, I'm going to challenge you, sis. Who do you think created you? Isn't it God? Who do you think created ego? Still God. Everything in our universe is still God. It is you. And I'm not going to say edging God out. I don't subscribe to that crap. Ego's your amigo. It was given to you so that you can learn and have a new perspective of yourself. And because if you weren't given an ego, guess what? There would be no point coming down here. So I challenge that ego is not God. Ego is part of God because you are God and the ego is part of you. So thus is God. Everything is God. The ceiling is God. The camera is God. Ego that's inside the mind, even though we're edging God out. No, I get that, but you are still God. So at the end of it, you are still God. So my point to say all of it, without God, none of this exists. Even your ego. So it is still part of God. That's my perspective. You can have a different perspective. But that's just me. I'm just sharing from my perspective. I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm just sharing, this is my perspective, that the ego is part of God. Because it was given to you so that you can rediscover yourself. I said learn. Rediscover yourself from a different perspective. Yeah, see, God sees God in all Valtteri, you are dropping wisdom there. Thank you. Thank you for that one. Thank you for helping me with that one. That makes so much sense. Yes, God sees God in everything. I see God in the ego. So that's why the ego is the enemy and all this other stuff. Ego is your amigo. It's your friend. Use it. Use it. It's one with you. You are one with it, and you are one with God. So thus, everything is God. Everything's creator. Everything is the universe. You're not separate. Yes, I know that they tell you that the ego makes you separate and all this stuff, and I get that. I get where you're coming from. I get it. But the thing is, it's still not separate. When you really if you basically just stand back as God and look at the universe, because you're God and you're the universe. All the minds, all the egos, all the people, all the stuff, it's all still one at the end of it. That's why the ego isn't the enemy. This is where I have a lot of confusion with the personal and spiritual development world, because one person says this and one person says that, and you don't know who is right and who is wrong, There's a dude who wrote a book called The Ego is the Enemy, and he's also right. And there's another person who, like myself, who says the ego is your amigo, it's your friend. Use it. It was given to you for you to rediscover yourself from a different perspective. Otherwise, there would be no point to coming down here, because if you didn't have an ego, there would be no point. You came down here to rediscover yourself as God, and the ego was given to you to sort of separate you from God, but it's still part of God. Does that make sense? It's a baffling, very paradoxical thing to think of, but it's still part of God. And I love how Valtteri just said, God sees God in all creation. That's really what it is. God is God in all creation. I'm going to use that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. God sees God in all creation, in all of its creation. It's true. Like, why do you think when I'm done my play out, I say, thank you, Matt, thank you, Towel, for the awesome workout? Because this is also God. Because yes, we humans, we created this mat, but who gave us the idea to create this yoga mat? The imagination is God, right? So this is God. Everything is God. The floor is God. The carpet is God. Of course, like, when we start really think of everything as God, like, our life changes. But like, I'm still in the process of like really tapping into that myself. So I'm still in this phase with you all too. So if this is like still a new concept, hey, you're not alone. I'm still like, this rope is God. Like, everything is God. But yes, I appreciate you sharing that though. Like, it helped because, you know, if you didn't say that, then Valtteri wouldn't have said what he said, and then I wouldn't have said what I said, and this conversation would have been somewhere else. Do you see when the value that when someone shares something, it can change the trajectory of the course of someone's life, their day? Thank you, sis. I appreciate you sharing that. It really does help. And I do agree with what you shared. I'm just sharing from my perspective that the ego is also still part of God. So like, when people are like edging God out, like, okay, you're right. It's edging God out. You're not wrong. You're right. But I choose to see it as differently. I choose to see it as your amigo. Yeah, it's a tool. Precisely, it's a tool. It's the same thing as like this. This is a tool. Yes, God created this, because it came from the earth, and who created the earth? God did. There he is, Mr. Justin. There you are. I read that your ego may be seen as negative and selfish, but it also helps you. It picked you up when you fell down and reminds you of who you are. Exactly. That's the point. Thank you. Thank you for dropping that, Justin, and thank you for being here. And I'm sending you so much love. I'm so grateful for you. But yes, your ego, that's why I said your ego is your amigo. Use it as a tool, use it as your friend. It is your friend. We separate, so we are this, like, I'm gonna crush my ego and have an ego death and da-da-da-da-da and all this shit in this world. It is just too much, like, destroying ego and destroying. And yes, destruction is necessary for new creation to come through. That much I get. However, like, it's like you are having this internal like battle with yourself, when in reality, you, ego, and creator, and your player and your character are all one and the same. You just have to realize that you're all one and the same, and that's it. It's just that simple. It's not easy when you've lived through trauma, lived through your identities that you formed throughout life and created all this stuff, this separation, but everything is one. And that's the thing, like, that's why I choose to see the ego as your amigo, as your friend, as a friend that can help. Like, sometimes it may, like, no, don't do that, and it self-sabotages you. That can happen, yes, and that has happened, yes. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna like, hey, shut up, fucking ego, you piece of shit. Like, well, that's just only gonna cause more chaos in my mind. I'm like, quiet down, ego. I now just say, hey, ego, it's okay, we got this. Notice I didn't say I got this, I said, we've got this. Me and the ego, we've got this. And that is God. All of us are God. So like, again, I know there's probably somebody who's gonna argue until they're blue in the face that ego is the enemy and ego is this. I'm like, cool, you're right. I'm not here to argue with any of you. I'm not here to tell you anything else. I'm just here to share my perspective. And I'm just here to give you another perspective to see things differently. That's it. I'm really good at seeing things from a different perspective. As, you know, take it from someone who was the supervillain of hate, hating the entire world, hating people, and looking to destroy and crush and burn and conquer every human on the planet. It gave me the gift of perspective. You all have the same gift of perspective, but through my experience through life, it was given to me for me to be able to share perspectives, to help you get that perspective, even though you already have it within. So I'm just mirroring the perspective back at you and with you and through you. Small kids have no ego. I'm sure Eric can confirm it was developed. Yes, but Olga, I'm sharing to remind you that ego is not bad. I know where you're going with this, but ego is not bad. I'm not here to argue with you, but I'm just reminding you. And yes, you're right, kids don't have ego. And yes, we form something, but again, at the end of it, God created all of this. I'm attempting to get to the point that God created everything. You and your creation in your head, aka ego, was still created by God to help you, to serve you, like you said, as a tool. It's a tool, exactly. You're right, though. Kids do not have an ego. They don't. They have a personality, which is slightly different from an ego. But yeah, at the end of it, it's all God. That's why, like right now, you all are seeing this evolution of this version of you, because I'm nothing more than another version of you. Seeing things as all as one, like everything that I touch, or I see, or I look at, or I eat, or I smell is all God. Everything is God. And it's a baffling experience, because I'm like, fuck. Like, oh my God, like that pants is God. Oh my God, the floor is God. Oh my God, little bugs are God. Like the insects are God. Like if I hurt them, I'm hurting me. Like, do you know how fucking guilty I've been feeling for all those times I smashed the bugs and just like conquer them and crush them? Yes, I know some of them, they don't give a flying fuck about you and they'll just sting you. Because like there was that dude who came on who said he hates my guts yesterday, even though that has nothing to do with me. It's all a reflection of himself. And we were talking when I was on my trail walk, and he's like, well, you got bitten by the spider, so did your love protect you from the spider bite? It's an instinctual animal or instinctual creature. It's gonna bite me. I can't fault the spider. Oh, I'm gonna blame the spider. That's what I used to do. And I'm gonna smash that spider into smithereens. We do it all the time. I choose to see everything as God. Like, yes, the animal kingdom exists, and yes, lions eat like gazelles, and gazelles eat this, and that's just like how our world is set up for them. And for us, we hurt animals and we eat them. Majority of us do. I'm guilty of it. But at the same time, like, everything is God. But also, it's a good perspective. Like, that food is also still nourishing us. They gave their life to help us to continue. So it's just a cycle. But I'm really getting to a point of like letting a lot of things go and just being with everything is God. Everything is the universe. Everything's creator. And creation is finished. And I choose to create. Sometimes you have to destroy to create. And sometimes you have to destroy certain things, like the identities that you formed, that I formed, like the supervillain of hate, but not to say to he's gonna rot in hell and I'm gonna kick him down. I just have to take off his like mask and all this shit. Let's see, dude, I'm doing shadow work about the different personalities that I have, and I used to put down the addict Justin and the scared 10-year-old Justin and still live inside of me. Exactly, they still live inside of you because they hindered me, but I'm still shaming myself. So I made peace with them because I need them. I wouldn't be who I am without. Justin, I'm so grateful you shared that. I have 38 different versions of me, but there are specific ones that are super prevalent, and I feel that. So for all of you, and Justin, I have a 5-year-old me who, and I use the 5-year-old because he's the one that got his hopes and dreams crushed by a teacher who she didn't know any better. And I used to blame her for my goals and dreams being crushed. Then I have a 13-year-old who was told he was gay because I went to go and defend another person, and he pushed me away and called me gay, and all the other people around me start following along and calling me that because I went to console him. Then there's the 22-year-old who he hated everybody. It came to a point from 13 to 22 that like I really just fucking hated people. Like I was done with people. And then there was the 31-year-old who, for some odd reason, was able to magnetize a woman to love him, but he didn't even love himself. And I did my damage in that relationship. I fucked up. And I take responsibility, but like there's that version. And then there is the version of me who just had awakened. There's the version of me who life fucking sucks. Everything fucking sucks. Like I'm broken mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, intelligently, in every capacity. I was like fucking broken. And that was the 28 version of me. I forget how old I was. Well, hold on, let's see. Since that was 6 years ago, and I'm 39, 33. The 33-year-old version of me was basically fucked. And then now there's the me right now. But I had to, so when I'm sitting, you can call it meditation, I just close my eyes. When I'm sitting, we're in our beautiful space and they're sharing. Like I see all versions of me just sitting around a campfire. Even though it's inside a house, which is kind of weird. There's a campfire inside the house, it's kind of weird. But anyways, the campfire inside this house, and they're all sitting and sharing, and I'm acknowledging each one of them. I'm not like, hey, you, hey, you're fucking wrong. Stop. I'm not doing that in that inner world. What I'm doing is like, I hear you. Just know that we've got this, and I know that you're afraid. I know that like we did mistakes. We fucked up. We screwed up. We thought of ourselves as this. We didn't get the girl of our dreams at the time. We didn't do this. We're not where we desire to be. And we made choices where we are where we are. But at the same time, like, I give them love. Even the super villain of hate is basically the 13-year-old version of me who's he's walking around with dark hooded clothing, and he's got a baseball bat like Sting from WCW from back in the day with a white and black painted face mask that he had, and he's holding a bat, and he's got like this black trench coat on, and he's like basically waiting to like slug you with his bat. But I'm like, relax. I get it, 13-year-old. I get it. I know people back then were difficult because they didn't know any better themselves. When I was 13 years old, there was no real, like, internet existed, but internet was like very scarce still. It was like there wasn't anybody going on the internet talking about personal development. Well, I'm sure there was, but I wasn't vibrating at that frequency to see it. All I cared about was video games and at the time, anime. That's it, like Dragon Ball, like Goku. That's all I cared about. But yeah, you know, the thing is, like, I'm glad that you acknowledge them, Justin, and that they are with you, and it's okay that you felt what you felt, but you are the creator. You're the master creator, and they are the master creator too, and they are you, and you are them, and you are one with them, and they are one with you. That's why you are who you are. That's why Olga is who she is. That's why Valtteri is who he is, and his girlfriend is who she is, and Eric is who he is, and Hello World is who he is or she is, because I don't know if Hello World is a brother or sister, but Hello World is who they are, and Tiny Problems who she is, and Christopher is who he is, because of who we were, and that's okay. And I'm not saying like you gotta let them go. They're gonna be a part of you. That's why I keep saying like you're befriending them. They're one with you. That's why the ego again comes back into play, and like it's one with you. It's a tool. Use it. It was given to you. Imagine you came down here and you didn't have, you can say create the ego, or you didn't form this. Do you know how fucking life would be? It'd be boring as shit. Be like, what's the point of this? Like, there's no challenge. There's no growth, and you're gonna die a very unfulfilling like life. Life was given to you to have some things to grow through, to evolve your soul, your version of God's portion of the soul, because that's what we all are. You're just a fragment of God. But yeah, I'm so great. Justin, thank you for being vulnerable as always. I really appreciate you. And that's for all of you, really. For first of all, acknowledging one another in the chat. Going to enjoy your time at the sauna. I love you, brother, and thank you for being on, and thank you for dropping God sees all of its creation. God sees everything as God in all creations. I appreciate that. You might be back on by the time you finish. Who knows? But I will be starting a jump rope workout shortly. So yeah, I acknowledge all of you for being raw and vulnerable and sharing. And, you know, for my sister for bringing up the whole ego conversation, because this is awesome. Because if she didn't bring up this, we wouldn't have had this conversation. This is the beautiful thing. So thank you, Olga. I appreciate you for bringing this topic up. It allowed us to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. That means a lot. It's a beautiful thing, truly. And I'm so grateful that each of you are just acknowledging each other and seeing each other in the chat and communicating and having your own like little connection, your own conversation. Again, I had no idea that my lives were gonna do this kind of stuff. Because like normally whenever I see lives, you know, most people are just like only having it's a conversation only with the person speaking, but they're not having a conversation with people in the chat. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I do see that here and there. They'll do like at this person, like, hey, da 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 da. But like seeing all of you kind of like connect like this, I know it's a small circle right now, and I know it's gonna grow, and then the chat might like be like, whoosh. And I'm grateful to Valtteri for, you know, making me aware of that Hello World was here, and also allowing Hello World to feel acknowledged. And I'm so grateful for that. Like all these little things. Thank you, all of you. I really appreciate it so very, very much. You have no idea. It's so valuable to me. I'm a very simple guy, and I live a very simple like life, and little things like that mean the world. It doesn't have to be something so extraordinary. I think it was Eric that said that yesterday. We tend to like have to go through all these thinking that we have to create something so extraordinary, but really it's just something that simple. And even something like this is being of service to each of you. Hey there, Perks. So glad to meet you. I'm so grateful that you're here. Yeah, you know, I'm just grateful that you all like took away something from this conversation. So I'm about to do, so since you're new to my stream, I usually share a little bit of wisdom that you have, that you are the master creator, but I also work out, and I'm gonna be doing my jump rope workout shortly. So If you feel called to check it out and stay on, cool. If you don't, also cool. But I'm grateful that you stopped by, so thank you. And I trust that you're doing well today. I trust that you're doing great. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We gotta, since time is kind of, even though time doesn't really exist, I do have to be somewhere in. I'm sorry that you had a terrible day. So let's send some love to you. Let's give you some extra dose of energy, and yeah, like we're gonna shift that right now. You're gonna have an amazing day. I don't know what time it is in where you are right now, but you know, it's gonna be an amazing day for you. My therapist told me those personalities just want to be acknowledged. They will forever be that drug addict and 10-year-old. They protect me because the 10-year-old Justin may have pushed people. Yeah. Always away, but always saved me from the bad ones too. The drug addict Justin protected me from the inner pain I was going through because I was free when I was drunk or high. See, that's the thing, like that they're always going to be with you. And as long as you acknowledge them, they feel seen and heard. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, thank you again, Justin, for being vulnerable and sharing that. I appreciate that. And Perks, like, just said real. And I don't know if that may have been, see, welcome back, Eric. Welcome back, brother. We are going to get that workout in, or play out in shortly, the jump rope. But yeah, you know, I'm so, Justin, thank you for sharing that. Again, for being just vulnerable, and, you know, this is a safe space for you all to just share whatever you'd like. This is your space too. This is our space. I'm just holding the channel for all of you. What do you do, Bench? So for I call workouts play out now. So I'm changing the word because I like to have fun and play. So I'm gonna be just jumping rope today. But normally since you're new to this channel, I have a description where it shows all this, like the entire schedule. But I'll give you a little breakdown quickly. Mondays is upper body. So I basically use what I have at home as my own workout equipment. And if you ask what I bench, like in terms of like weight wise, the last time I was at the gym benching something, pounds wise, I did about 150. That was enough for me. I wasn't there to like, wait, is that Nick A30? No, that's not, I don't know. But yeah, I benched like the 130 pounds. That's not maybe the highest number, but like that was enough that I could do at the time. I haven't benched in a while, but like I just use like stuff at home. Because I show people that you can do a good play out, or we're gonna use workout here, a good workout at home without requiring much. And we're about to do a jump rope workout. So yeah, I'm so grateful that you're here today. And you know, this is a space for you too. You want to I can do 10 right now. I'll do, well, this is a good, actually, Justin, I'll do that right now because I do have to warm up anyways. So let me move back the camera a bit and I will do that. You said 10, right? All right, 10 it is. 10 burpees. All right. So let me just get the arms ready. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'll do one extra one, 11, because why not? There you go. I did 11. Yeah. So remember, like, you don't need a fancy jump rope. I had a fancy jump rope and the ball bearing on the rope doesn't spin anymore. Even though I put the oil, it just refuses to spin. So I'm like, fine, I'll just use this $5 plastic rope and I'll still get it. You want me to flex my muscle? It's not the biggest thing in the world, but like, that's what I got for you. So there's my muscle. And then there's like the triceps. There you go. Yeah, replace the bearing. Thing is, I'm gonna invest in another weighted rope from a company called Cross Rope. You probably heard of them. But I'm just waiting for like, not a good deal, but like, there's a set that they're creating that I'm waiting for. They haven't quite brought it out yet, so in the meantime, I am just using this plastic $5 jump rope, and it does the job. So yeah, we're gonna be so I'm gonna now explain what we're gonna be doing for this play out. So for those who would love to come and play and have some fun, if you have a rope, grab it. Now, here's the thing. You could do this without a jump rope too. It's not gonna obviously be exactly the same, but you can actually do ghost rope. You're gonna ask, what's ghost rope? Simple. This is ghost roping. So you're literally just simulating as if you are jumping rope without a rope. Now, of course, if you have less space, you can do jump rope, or you can do ghost rope, or you can buy ropeless ropes. So meaning you get handles and there's these little like wires and there's a ball attached to the wire, and it kind of simulates also a jump rope. There's one at my gym that I think it's weighted. The rope is metal and it's covered in rubber, but I think so. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you can do ghost roping. So like, you can just like jump normal, or you can, just do boxer. So like this workout you can do, this play out you can do. So yeah, I change up the jump rope playouts. Every one of them is 30 minutes, but this one is gonna be, basically I'm following the jump rope dudes on YouTube, and he's gonna be skipping about 3,000 jumps, and we're gonna kind of break it up. So the first 1,000 is going to be doing 200 for each set. And so we're gonna go for about a minute and a half. And then when we get to like 1,000, he's gonna start doing 100 per each set. And it's only gonna last for 35 to 40 seconds. So I may do extra jumps to, if there's a set that I don't get to 100, then I created a buffer. So I'll be counting internally in my head how much I've jumped. And again, go out with your own pace if you choose to follow. Yeah. I'm attempting to work on those double unders. Yeah, thing is, like, I don't have enough space because, like if I like jump really too like high, the rope is gonna also hit the ceiling, and it just, but yeah, double unders are fun. But I'll just be doing like other stuff. But yeah, what else? So yeah, he's doing 3K, but we're breaking it up. So there's gonna be some pause breaks will be longer than others. So I'm just gonna follow what he's doing, and I'll explain to you guys what's happening, because that's what I usually do. And yeah, so it's gonna go quick. You may think 3,000 is a lot, but it's gonna go quick. And yeah, what time is it? 12:51. Okay, I definitely have to start now, because I gotta get going by 3 p.m. my time. And yeah, as you all know, sometimes I get on that creative flow after the play out. So let's do it. I'm gonna start warming up the arms and the shoulders, even though those 11 burpees. And thank you, Justin, for dropping that suggestion to do 10. I appreciate it, because that kind of helped get the body like moving because I've been stationary for a bit. I'm just gonna warm up the shoulders, even though when we're jumping rope, we're actually using the wrist more. So you can roll your wrist a bit too. And then of course I'm gonna just quickly do some static lunges. I'm gonna put on obviously different music because, you know, piano music gets me in the creative flow, but this does not help me with working out, whereas the other music I will play will be much suited for that. All right, brother, you take it easy and have fun. For those of you who are going to join along, I don't know if Olga, if you're still here, sister, but if you are, and if you don't have a jump rope, you can ghost rope. So you can still jump, you just do this instead. That's all. Okay, you are still here. Okay, perfect. So yeah, if you don't have the rope, just simulate that you're jumping rope with ghost roping. Obviously it's not the same, but you're gonna get into like a flow, a rhythm. Because you're basically doing this and that's it. Whew. Okay. Get hydrated and we're gonna start. So I'm gonna stop piano music. So after the 30-minute jump rope session, we're then going to do like 10 minutes of abs and then we're done. All right. So I'm gonna be listening to his instructions through the AirPods, but he also has copyright music, so I gotta make sure that it doesn't get into my video. That's why I wear the AirPods. And yeah. And my trimmer is done charging, so I can unplug it quickly. And I'll put the cable under there for now. And I'll put you there. And yeah, there's no actual exercise, so we're not doing any like, you know, lunges or anything. It's straight jumping rope for this one. Next week's one, when we're in San Diego, I can't believe I'm gonna be saying that. We're gonna be in San Diego for Saturday, whether I do the workout or just live stream where I am, we're gonna be doing another jump rope. All right, so we're starting. So it's for 1 minute and 15 seconds. So you're gonna get to 200. So just count in your head. So count by tens, it's easier. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. See, even if you make mistakes, it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, and so on. Basically just count like that. It'll be easy. And I totally didn't put on music, my bad. So I'm gonna have to play catch up, just keep jumping rope. So I'm gonna just keep going because he's got 33 seconds, but I can catch up to the 200 that he's doing. And jump the way you feel like jumping. If you wanna like throw in some running in place like this, you can. If you wanna do some jumping jacks, you can. Go whatever way you like to. There is no rules with this one. Just follow along and have fun. I'm so grateful that my soul reminded me, hey, turn on music. Because I have music playing in my ears through his video, but you guys can't hear it. So we got 15 seconds of rest. So that's 200. I already counted in my head that I did the 200. If you guys didn't do 200, it's okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. There's no perfectionism here. You're having fun. You're literally just moving your body. That's all we're doing. And we're starting now. So I'm gonna do some high knees for this one. And remember, even if you have a rope and you mess up, it's okay. If you don't have a rope, it's also okay. But if you don't have a rope, you shouldn't be tripping on your rope because you have no rope. If you like to follow along what I'm doing with like high knees, then by all means follow along. And you know, jumping rope is my favorite type of play out because it works on your cardio, your upper body, your lower body, your core. So it's really my favorite type of play out. So yeah, the first 1,000, we're skipping 200 per set. I already hit the 200 and he's still going for like 6 more seconds. Awesome. So we have 50 seconds of rest. So take that moment and just catch your breath. You can just move around in the meantime. Sometimes I start earlier than he does and I just go. Other times I wait till he starts. But yeah, we're at 400 skipped. I skipped a little bit more than 400 now, so I have a little bit of buffer now. Just like when I messed up on that first set, since I didn't play music and I wasted a little bit of time, I have to catch up. Now that everything's playing, I don't have to catch up. I have now a little bit of buffer. But if there's a set that I just don't reach that number, that's okay, I made the buffer. But don't beat yourself up if you don't meet 200 for the first set. So I'm gonna do boxer skip. So boxer skips is basically tapping one toe down and then the other toe and kind of going in a flow. So we're at 55 seconds left. So I'm at 100 now. Let's go get it. So I'm gonna be changing up obviously the jumps during the workout, or the play out. So right now I'm just doing standard boxer right now. And then I'm gonna start throwing in some jumping jack skips, some lunge skips, some toe taps, some butt kickers, some high knees like we did earlier, some side to sides, some hopscotch, some jumping forward, backwards. All right, so that's 600. Yes, it's a fitness exercise, exactly. Chicken pose, yes. But I'm not doing chicken pose. I'm doing jump rope. All right, we got 15 seconds. Remember to breathe. Take it in. Breathe at a pace that you feel comfortable. All right, we're starting right now. So again, for another minute and 15 seconds. So I'm gonna throw in some jumping jacks now, as I said. And you can freestyle with this. If you decide to do like some jumping jacks and some butt kickers in the same set, you can do that. There is no rule. I'm just following what I feel guided to do and going with it. And remember, if you have a rope and you fumble, it's okay, don't beat yourself up, just keep going. No perfectionism here. All we're doing is having fun and playing. Now, I'm still practicing southpaw. For those of you who don't know what southpaw is, that's just taking the rope and going side to side with it. So you're not actually jumping the rope, you're doing this side to side swing of the rope. We're getting it. We have 8 seconds left. So I just basically did jumping jacks the entire time there. We're doing good, keep it up. We did 800. I'm proud of you. Already 800 skipped. When we start the next 1,000 or the next 2,000 really, it's gonna be 100, but it's gonna be shorter. It's gonna be 30 to 35 seconds. So you'll have to go a little bit faster. But again,
Don't beat yourself up if you don't reach to 100. If you get to like 90, 80, it's okay. If you're beginning, even if you get to 50, that's okay. The goal is to move your body. That's all this is. There's no competition, nothing. And it's not you versus you. It's you with yourself. You're playing along and having fun. All right, we're starting again. So this time I'm gonna do toe taps. So as you can see, I'm just bringing my toes forward. So I'm gonna just toe tap for this one. So I'm also obviously at the range between the camera and my bed, because if I go too back, my rope is gonna hit the bed. But if I go too forward, it's gonna hit the camera, and that'll be kind of not good for my gimbal and my tripod and my phone, really. So I'll move the phone back a bit because you get to see more of like my feet movement. Got 27 seconds left. $15 seconds left. $7 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, you just did 1,000. Now we have another 1,000 and then another 1,000. I'm gonna move the camera back, it's just a smidge. So yeah, you're doing great. Take this moment we have 35 seconds of break, as I say now, even though he stopped for a minute. So got 30 seconds now. So now for this next 1,000, it's gonna be 100 within 30 to 35 seconds. So I'm gonna be jumping faster, but it's okay. Again, no competition, no comparison. If you only can do 50, that's okay. 60, that's okay. Hell, if you only do 10, that's fine. As long as you're just moving your body. That's all that matters here. You're moving your body, that's it. All right, we're starting. So it's actually 30 seconds. So I'm gonna just do high knees for the first one. So that's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So because I was skipping faster, I got an extra 10 there. So I'm building a little buffer. But again, I'm counting by tens. And each time the rope hits the ground, that considers as 1. Even when your other feet is up, that's still considered 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's still 1. All right, we're doing again. So this one's, some of the sets are a little bit shorter with rest. Some are faster. So I'm just doing boxer skip now. And I'm gonna do butt kickers the next time. And I'll show you what butt kickers look like. You probably already know what that is, but I'll show you anyways. So in there, I only got to 100. I didn't get that extra buffer. So we got 40 seconds of rest. So butt kickers with the rope is gonna be like this. So I'm gonna be jumping like this with my heels kind of like touching my butt. It might not exactly touch the butt, but it's basically jumping like this. So I'll be jumping like that for the next set. Okay. 15 seconds more and then we're gonna start. You can grab water in between these sets as well too. But for me right now, the sweat equity is starting to build up so I can start feeling the heat. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm gonna do butt kickers. Now, As much as I would love to show from the side view, I'm unable only because of the distance of my sofa and the window, not enough room. So I must show you like this. I'm at 80, 90, 100, and he stopped right there. So yeah, we're doing it. We're at 1,300 skipped. We have 10 seconds left, and then we're gonna start again. All right, here we go, we're starting again. So I'm gonna do side to side now. It's sort of like I'm skiing downhill. We're doing it, keep it up. I'm proud of you for moving your body. You're doing great. Oh, that one took a little bit out of me there. I got to 100 there. Shake it out if you're feeling a little bit of pressure in your knees or in your calves or your heels or your toes. Just shake it out. We got 5 seconds and we're starting again. 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna just do hopscotch. Well, side to side hopscotch, I should say. You know, when I first started jumping rope, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. And this move that I'm doing right now, I only rediscovered how to do it recently. All right, see for that one, because I was going slower, I got to 80, I didn't get to 100. So you see, I created some buffer, so I'm still gonna reach 3,000. And if at the end I don't make it to the 3,000 number, I'll skip some extra after he's finished. So yeah, like I said, go at your own pace, challenge yourself, don't hurt yourself obviously. The last thing you desire is to hurt yourself while you're doing this. You're here to have fun and play. All right, we're starting now. So I'm gonna do fast skip. So fast skip is kind of like doing a kick out. So I gotta speed up a little bit. Okay, we got 20 seconds and I made it to 100 there. We're doing good, keep it up. 10 seconds and then we're starting again. And we are at 1,600 skipped, approximately. Depending on your pace, it's about 1,600. All right, so I'm just gonna, oops, see I made a little boo-boo there, it's okay. I'm just gonna do regular jump, so no fancy movements, just standard bouncing. So I'm literally just bouncing. Now you can obviously jump higher, but like short, quick movements is the key here too. But when you're starting out, if you're jumping higher, just to get the rope to clear, that's okay. As you keep doing it, you'll learn your own rhythm and flow. 1,700. See, this is going pretty quick. We got 25 seconds of rest. We have 1,300 more to skip. See, this is going pretty quick. Never underestimate the power of a jump rope exercise, because like it's really awesome. And if if I could only do one type of play out for the rest of my life, it's jump rope. I would jump rope for hours if I could. Okay, we got 30 seconds again. So I'm gonna just do standard like boxer skip. So bouncing on one to the other. And I'll read what you just said there, sis. After, got 20 seconds. So I'm actually doing a little freestyle. I'm like jumping on one toe twice and then switching twice and then twice and twice and then twice. And then back to boxer skip. Awesome. So we got 45 seconds of rest. Sweating even without the rope. Yeah. Jumping rope will make you, even without a rope, will make you sweat. I guarantee you. It will make you start to sweat. That's why I'm paying for this play out with sweat equity. But I'm proud of you. Keep going. We got 20 seconds and then we're starting again. We're at 1800 skipped. So we got 1200 more to go. We're almost there. All right, since I moved my suitcase and my backpack over here, I definitely have to move them out of the way when I do the ab workout. All right, so we're starting. So I'm gonna just do high knees. So I'm basically bringing the knees up. This is also called running in place. So I'll do lunges in like the last 500 because lunges is a lot of energy burning there, which is great. It's also very taxing too. Okay, we have 30 seconds. We're at 1900. We have 25 seconds to go. We're getting there. And yeah, you can see the sweat starting to like, I'm starting to glisten a bit. By the end, I should be, the sweat should be starting to roll down my face. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm gonna do jumping jacks. See, even though I'm doing this, like when my feet are in and out, that counts as 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So like it's not just 1 and then 1. So that's where I'm able to hit 100. Otherwise I'll be hitting like 50. Okay, I only hit 80 there because I was explaining, but it's okay. We're at 2000 skips, so I've got a slight buffer, so I'm at 2000 because I created some extra skips to get me to like 2000 because 2 of the sets I did was at 80 and some of the sets I did was like at 120 or at 100 or 110. So I take those numbers and add it to the ones that I didn't make up for, and I make it up with that. So that's why I have the buffer. All right, so we're now doing the last 1000. The timer is going to be for 35 seconds instead of 30, so you're going to get an extra 5 seconds with this. He's changing a rope because he has 2 ropes. I only have the 1 rope at the moment, but yeah, actually we're having it for 40 seconds, so you have an extra 10 seconds. So I'm going to start off with just standard boxer skip again. So we're just doing it, and I'll read the comment there shortly. But yeah, you're doing great. Keep it up. Remember, just hit that 100, and even if you don't hit that 100, it's okay. Go at your own pace, but make sure that you're moving your body and you're feeling it and you're enjoying and having fun. That's the goal to this, is having fun. Okay, so I got 110 there. All right. What happened to that rope, how it works? Oh, okay, so the second rope, the weighted rope that I had, the bearing, it broke and I have to change the bearing because I put the oil and it doesn't allow the rope to skip So whenever I twist a rope, it doesn't twist, it wraps around my hand. So it prevents me from jumping properly. So I'm gonna run in place. So yeah, I only have right now, a $5 plastic rope, but it still does the job. My point is, use what you have. And even if you don't have a jump rope, you can be jumping without a rope. It's called ghost roping. So I'm gonna speed up. Okay, we're at 2,200 and there's a 40-second rest. Whew. Almost there, 800 more to go. Yeah, last night I started brainstorming on what I had to put in my backpack and my suitcase, and I pulled them from the side there, and I start putting some stuff in the bag because it's becoming a reality. In a couple days I'll be gone. San Diego. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Whew. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm gonna do freestyling on this one, and I'll read your comment there shortly there. I like fast skip here because it feels like I'm doing like a dance move a bit. Kicking the feet back and forward is pretty awesome. This one took me a while to rediscover. All right, we have 25 seconds. Man, you are made to do it. Thank you. You are made to do it too. Every one of us can do this. It's just, if you knew me from 6 years ago, 7 years ago, it's a different story altogether, brother. But yeah. All right, we're starting in 2, 1, and I'm gonna do jumping jack again. And then I'm gonna do butt kicker, and then I'll do lunges. And actually I'll do front to back because I haven't done front to back yet. So I'll do front to back first after this one. I've done side to side already. Let's go get it. We got this. Oh my God. Okay. We're at 2,400 skipped. 600 more to go. We got this. All right. So I'm going to be doing front to back. So front to back basically for me is like this. So I'm skipping backwards and forwards like this. So I'm jumping like this. So I'm going back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this next one. All right. We got 7 seconds, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're doing back to front. 1, well, I'm doing back to front. Do whatever you feel called to do. Ooh, man, let's go get it. We got this. By the way, like jumping rope also is really good for your knees as well. It helps strengthen the knees, your calves, your thighs, your toes, your heels, your shins, everything. Oh man, that one was a little bit exhausting. We got 45 seconds of rest. 500 more, 500 more. And it's okay if you have to grab some water, go ahead and grab it, it's okay. We got 500 more. And if your legs are feeling like jelly, just shake it out. Or they're feeling stiff, just shake it out. We got 20 seconds. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do lunge next. So my lunge ones are gonna look like this. Even though I'm not going down like this, I'm going like this. This one's gonna be challenging. All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. You can see why this one for me is going to be a little bit more challenging. And if you do this one too, you should be feeling it right now. Ooh, I only got to 90 there. So like I said, I created some extra buffer there. Oh man, okay, we have 35 seconds of rest. Oh boy. I'm gonna shake it out. Okay, 25 seconds and we got 400 more. 400 more to go. You got this. Almost there. Remember, it's like the 3 feet from gold or 1 inch from gold. You're almost there. Challenge yourself. It's you with yourself. It's not you versus you. All right, we're starting right now. So I'm just gonna do boxer skip and then I'll change it up for the next one. So I did front to back, I did toe taps, I did fast skip, I did jumping jack, I did side to side, I did lunges, I did butt kicker, I did double tap, did bouncer or boxer. What else is there? I know there's another one I can do. All right, we got 30 seconds, 2,700 skipped, 300 more to go. We're almost there. I'm like feeling my heart right now. It's like, it's like going super quick. It's like pounding. Okay, we got 11 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I have to constantly unravel my rope because like it gets stuck. All right, we're starting now. So twisty, that's the one I was, so I did side to side. This one's twisty. So I'm twisting so I'm basically working on my core here. So I'm like twisting my hips or my waist. I lost the rhythm there. So we're gonna get back into rhythm. And yeah, I only got 80 there, but that's okay. We're gonna make it up. So yeah, we have 45 seconds of rest. We're at 2,800, 200 more, 200 more, almost there, almost there, we're almost there. Remember to take this moment to breathe and take in that oxygen. You're doing great. Sister, how are you doing? I trust you're sweating right about now. You should be already drenched with sweat right about now. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I'm gonna do double tap. And then the final one, I'm gonna run in place. Oops. I messed up and it's okay. We're gonna catch up. And that's the thing, there's no perfectionism here. Even if you mess up like I just did there, you didn't really mess up. There are no accidents, no mistakes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And yeah, almost there. 100 more to go. It's already 1:27. Okay, so I have roughly about an hour or so. So I'll do the ab workout, chat for a little bit, but I definitely got to get going. So, oh man, all right. We're starting now in 3, 2, 1. Let's go get it. Final one. I'm gonna run in place. Give it your all for this one. Go as fast as you can. Challenge yourself. You've got this. 15 seconds. I'm gonna actually skip a little bit extra after he's done. So I'm gonna stay on for an extra 30 seconds. So he's done, I'm staying on for another 30 seconds. So I'll count 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. We are done. Oh my God. Wow. Good job, everybody. Let me stop the YouTube video. Good job. I stayed on for an extra 30 seconds because I desired more than 3,000 skips. Yeah, you did your cardio today. I'm proud of you. Good job, sister, and everybody else. Let's go. Grab some water. And as you all know, our little tradition here. Cheers to another play out in the books. Oh my God, so good. Wow, amazing. Proud of you, sister, and everybody else who did this play out. For those who are watching live, thank you for tuning in for that play out. For those who are watching the replay, grateful for you for tuning in. It's a long one, but a good one. But we ain't done. We have 10 minutes of abs, and then we're done. All right. And normally I don't have protein every day, but because I'm leaving and nobody's gonna desire to drink the milk that I leave, it's gonna spoil, so I'm gonna drink it out. So I'm gonna be grabbing another protein shake. And yes, we got the suitcase and the luggage, and the suitcase has a pink heart sleeve around it. And I can just show you what my suitcase will look like quickly before we start, because I don't know, I feel called to share it. Why not? Do 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 do. This is what my suitcase looks like. It's got a bunch of hearts. Nice pink sleeve around my suitcase. So yeah, people look at this and they're like, wow, that luggage looks all lovey-dovey. Sure does. That's why it's a superhero of love. Can't have love without pink hearts and red hearts and all kinds of hearts. And then it just goes around my luggage. And I have the ability, the handle, and my suitcase looks like this. Hey, Zane. So yeah, that's what my luggage will look like when I go to the airport. Pink hearts, gotta love it, because you know me and my pink. And hearts, I love hearts. Brother, I trust you're doing well, and again, thank you for yesterday, for reminding me about my form. I appreciate you, Zane, for telling me, hey, you lost form at the end. I'm like, yeah, you're right, thank you. Thank you, Zane. I'm so grateful for you. I trust that you're doing amazing today. Yeah. So sister, I don't know if you ever saw this, but yeah, this is what my luggage looked like with the pink hearts. And then my backpack. Let me just move this stuff here for now, because we got an ab workout to do. Oh yeah, okay, I did. Perfect. Okay. So we're doing a 10-minute ab workout, core workout. And as you all know, ab workouts help your core to get strengthened for you to do other heavier, like more demanding workouts. Yeah, I knew I showed it. I had a feeling I showed it to you, but I was just felt called to share it. All right, let's get straight to it. You are very, not only physically, but more like your energy and spirit. Thank you. I appreciate that, Zane. Thank you. That means a lot. I fully receive. Thank you for that. It's really our, you know, when you, it's my inner world. My inner world, I created an energy that, it's not even me creating, it's what the universe desired me to be, back to the truth, like the baby version of me, the kid. And I'm just getting back to the real me that I've hid for so many years, and let this be like permission for you and everyone else to be the same. Because like, I'm so grateful to this $5 mask. We've all been wearing masks for a very long time, even though we are the mask of God. But we put on our own little mask and created our own little identity and saying that we are this, but really we are just, brother, we're just unconditionally loving beings. We just have to remember that. But everybody's on their own journey, figuring that out. And yes, Olga's also done a lot of her deep inner work as well too. And I've known her for a year and a half, give or take. So, and I'm proud of where she is as a soul. All right. Can't talk for too much because it's 1:34 and I gotta get showered and ready and go see Soul Brother and get him cutting my hair, because he's got to deal with a wolf. I texted him yesterday and like, yo dude, you got a wolf to deal with, like the hair and the beard, and like, he's got me. I already helped take care of some, because I like to like do this and trim here, because he has a little bit of a harder time to do this. So I did this on my own, but like, he's got a wolf to deal with. So yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's get to it. So remember, ab workouts are good to strengthen your core, to help you to lift heavier weights for core stability. It can give you abs, but you already have abs. They're just hiding under a layer of belly fat. And we're starting with reverse crunch. And if you can do this with your hands to the side, cool, with your back flat. But if you can't, put your hands underneath your butt and give your lower back some support. And you are bringing your knee towards your chest. And we're doing this for 50 seconds with 10 seconds of rest. And this is how this flow of this exercise is going to be. So you're really contracting your core muscles. And another word for contraction is sucking in your gut, or pulling in your navel, or bringing in your belly button into your spine. Sort of like creating like a vacuum inside of your tummy. But yeah, the goal is to keep your back as flat as possible. So if you're having a difficult time keeping your back flat, just put your hand underneath your butt and give your lower back some support. So we're doing leg lift with a hip raise. So we're dropping the leg, raising it, and then we're doing a hip raise. So there's a little bit of extra motion here. So we're doing a hip raise here. We're doing great. Keep it up. Yeah, so after this play out, I'm gonna chat for maybe 5-10 minutes, but I definitely have to like get going, because I don't desire to be like he's a very busy dude, and I value his time, even though time is an illusion and you're never actually late to anything, but because you're right on time everywhere you go. But at the same time, gotta use the logic. So we're doing scissors crossover. So put your hand underneath your butt again. If you're new, keep your legs high. If you're more advanced, keep it in the middle, or intermediate, keep it in the middle. And if you're more advanced, keep your legs on the ground, like towards the ground. Now, for those who are advanced, keep your head and neck elevated. But if you aren't able to do that, keep your head and neck down. Now, if you're new and you desire to keep your head up, go for it. It gives a little bit of extra like resistance. Yeah, I'm already feeling it. That's why I always do these 10-minute ab workouts after, or playouts after I'm done my actual main playout. It challenges me, but it feels like a complete playout. Now we're doing bicycles. There are two ways of doing bicycles. So you can put your hand behind your head and you're reaching your left elbow to your right knee, or your right knee to your left elbow, or your right. It's basically meeting each other in the middle. Now, if you don't want to put your hand behind your head, you can put your hand in like a fist, like this, and do the same thing. Either way is just as effective as one another. So you can do either or, so whatever you choose to do. We're not going fast, so we're not doing this. We're going slow. And you should be really feeling it in your core right about now, especially by your mid to like side sections, which is like your obliques. Whew. Man, oh man, oh man, I'm feeling the burn already. And we're not even halfway done yet. All right, we're doing leg switches. So leg switches is like you're bringing the legs like this. So you're doing one and then down and up and then down. You can put your hand underneath your butt again, and you can keep your head on the ground this time. If you desire to keep it up, you could, but you can just do this. Keep it down. And you're gonna bring your leg as far up as you can. And when you're bringing it down, you're not touching the ground, you're elevating it from the ground. So it's like hovering, like a centimeter, or a slight, like it's literally a centimeter for those who use metric, off the ground. I don't know what that is in inches. So yeah, let's just say a very small number. Oh my God, feeling it. Okay, so we're doing straight leg sit up with twist. So I'm gonna remind you one, because you guys seen me all do this before. We're gonna sit up, we're gonna bring our head up, and then we're gonna bring our elbows to meet our knees, and we're gonna roll back down. And I'll see the comment after. I think that's Eric, that message there. And we're just gonna roll down and then back up. One more. Perfect. All right. So we're doing frog crunches now. So you're bringing your feet together like this. It's similar to yesterday's ab workout we did, but slightly different. So we're bringing our elbows to meet our knees, and we're crunching in the middle, really contracting the core, pulling in the navel, sucking in your gut, sending your belly button to the back of your spine, whatever name you want to give it. It's basically that motion. You're really contracting your core muscles here. Now, if you can't touch your elbows and your knees together, like what I did 2 reps ago, go as far as you can. So like if you can only reach up to here, like what I'm doing, do that. But if you can reach your knees or beyond your knees, go beyond your knees. Oh my God. Okay, so we're doing cocoon, or these are also called hollow to tuck. So I'm working with space here, so I'm gonna move slightly back. So extend the leg out. You're bringing your head towards your knee, and you're bringing your hands underneath your knee, and you're tucking. And then you're extending your leg out and your arms out as well. So again, all these are for 50 seconds of play, 10 seconds of rest. Whew, let's go get it. I'm glad that I kept track of time. Tomorrow when I do come on live, it'll definitely be not as long because I got a lot of things to finish before I get going on Monday. It's gonna be so weird on Monday because I'm gonna be back in time. All right, so we're doing heel taps. So we're bringing the legs close together, so this is for those who are more beginner, and you're touching your arch of your foot, the middle of between your toes and your heels. Now, if you're more advanced, you can bring the legs out wider and reach for your heels, and you're really contracting the side oblique muscles here, and you should be feeling a little bit of tension while you're doing this. If you want to even challenge yourself, you can go even further out. We're there, we're getting there. We got, I think, one more exercise to do and then we are done. Yep, so we're doing sprint ups. So it's similar to what we did with the straight leg sit-ups with the twist, but we're just doing a sprint. So we're gonna come up, bring the knee as far up, and you're gonna either touch your toe or touch the bottom of your feet. And remember, you're rolling back down. You're not coming down like this. You're rolling back down. So imagine your vertebrae from 0 or from 1 to 7 rolling down and in a smooth motion. Almost there, you're doing great. We got 17 seconds left and then we're done. And I'm gonna go grab a protein shake because I gotta finish that milk before I leave because it's gonna sit there and it's gonna spoil because nobody else touches that milk but myself. And ladies and gentlemen, we are finished. We are finished. That's amazing. We're done. I didn't even realize Olga had to go. But yeah, we're done. Congrats everybody. So I'm gonna just pause this and then play some piano music. So yeah, we are done everybody. Wow, we did great. We did great. Good job everybody for coming out. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We're gonna chat for a little bit, but I definitely gotta go take a cold shower and then go get my hair cut with my soul brother who is waiting for me at 4 p.m. It takes like 30 minutes to drive. It's probably gonna take longer because a lot of traffic today, because a lot of people are out shopping today. So definitely have to give myself some extra time and some extra patience on the road. And yeah, thank you Matt and Towel for this awesome ab workout, and thank you my jump rope for an awesome workout, and thank you gloves for always helping my hands and keeping them comfortable while holding weights and other equipment. And yeah, oh man, yeah, I'm getting ready for that journey. It's gonna be interesting on Monday because like I'll be already in the air around this time when you guys when I usually come on live. So I'll be I'll be out of the plane, yeah, around this time, and I'll be going to get the rental car. And I know I'll be in a little bit of a line, a little bit of queue to get my car. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go to my favorite place I always go to first. You'll have to tune in. And yeah, I will probably be on around, if I'm gonna be there for an hour, I get off the plane, it'll be like 5 p.m. Eastern time. So it might be later in the day for you. It might be nighttime, in fact, for you. But I'll make sure to figure out the schedule when I'm there and like come on a little bit earlier. But normally, like, I'll be venturing around 11-ish or so. So it's a no itinerary trip. We're just going with the flow and seeing where we go, what my soul feels called to do, and listening to the guidance of my intuition and hearing any insights. Yeah, exactly. I'll figure it out. The soul, the body always, my soul already always figures it out. It always does. And yeah, you'll figure it out too. But yeah, I'm excited. Definitely got to go get the battery change in the phone. So I trust that they'll take care of that tonight. So I'll be at the mall, and it's gonna be a packed mall. Usually I don't enjoy, excuse me, I usually am not a big fan of going into like busy malls around the season, but that also puts me out of my comfort zone too, because like, yeah, just spread that love, that energy around, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day. Yeah, I'm gonna ground myself, definitely. I'm gonna just breathe. Just all good. All is good. All is great. No matter what's happening, all is good. Yeah. Oh man. I'll definitely have to jump off in like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I'll be all right. I know I will be. All is good. It's cold again today. It's cold, but it's not as cold as it was yesterday. But yeah, I'm grateful. Like the weather is like, the sun is beautiful. And actually, this is what I've totally slipped over. I was supposed to talk about this earlier, but I didn't, because we were on our own little flow. You know, I used to like have little things control my day, like, fuck, it's Monday, I hate Mondays. Imagine something so small as Mondays, or the weather like being like snowy or rainy, controlling you. That means you won't be able to control, like, you're basically, you're a slave to your reality if like little things like the day of the week is like controlling how you feel. Because I used to be guilty of that. I'm like, fuck, it's Monday. Because, you know, everybody has to go back to like work, like, or if you want to call it play. But I used to call it work because I didn't like what I did, because I didn't know any better. And I had to find a way to support myself. But yeah, like Mondays used to be my like dread. And I'm like, fuck, it's Monday? I used to let a day of the week control how I felt. And then I used to let the weather control how I felt. Now, of course, I still don't prefer the cold. I love the heat, but I appreciate it for what it is, because it gives me contrast. I'm not like, fuck, it's so cold and like, I'm never gonna go outside. Like, if I did that, I'd just be hunkered in all the time and not doing anything. But yeah, you know, the thing is, when we let little things like that control us, that's not good. Yeah. So like, I just had to learn to like, not be the slave of my own reality. Yeah, let it go. Exactly. Just gotta let it go. Easier. It's simple, but it ain't easy. Yeah. Be there in the moment. Exactly. I'm enjoying it for what it is. Anything could be anything in any moment. It's how we perceive. It's the whole like seeing reality through the lens that you see it. Because remember, and I said this many times now, it's not who you are, it's where you are. And where you are is your frequency, and the frequency that you're operating from will determine the reality that you're living. Whether you think of you're seeing life through the clear lens or the smudge lens. And of course, you know, it was you that brought it up, I believe, yesterday, that like some are okay staying with the smudge lens. And that's okay. That's their journey. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. I just finished the play out. I finished all that. So while you were at the sauna, brother, I already finished everything. So, but I'm gonna be jumping off shortly because gotta go have my soul brother cut my hair and groom me up, and yeah. So I'll be on for like another couple minutes here. But so grateful for both of you coming on today and sharing your insights, the wisdom. And same to Justin and Olga for coming on as well, and Christopher, our popular guy. All of you are popular. You're the popular ones now, because you're seeing this is the humble beginnings to this journey that's unfolding, and you're all along for the ride, and I'm along for your ride, whatever you choose to do in the world. I'm so grateful that I have souls like you, like mirrors, to remind me to keep going, because like this in itself is worth everything. This is the reason why like I get to do what I get to do. And I'm glad I started taking action and getting uncomfortable and putting myself out there, and sure enough, there's others who feel the same way. I thought when I was growing through this 20 years that I was the only one who felt like this, that I was like, I'm the worst human, or like I'm a piece of shit, or put in whatever low vibration energy you want to insert, because like that's how I felt. I was like, I'm the only one. But really, well, as I came to learn about this journey, I'm like, wow, there's so many people who felt the same way I did. They may have not had the exact experience, because we all have our own unique experience, but they felt similar to what I felt. Like the I'm not good enough because, or I'm not worthy because, or I'm not this because. And I was like, whoa, shit, we have more in common than we realize. And that's why I realized that's why we're really all one. And we came down here for our souls to undertake or intertake this experience, for our souls to evolve. You can say graduate. No, I'm leaving Monday morning. So I'll be up at like 4, no, I'll be up at like 3. I definitely will be doing a workout before I leave, because I can't leave without doing a workout, but I won't be live streaming until I get to San Diego. So I'll be in the air, I'll be in the sky for like 5 hours, and then gotta get the rental car, which will take about an hour because the lines are always pretty long. And then, yeah, I will be off. And then I'll be to my favorite location, and getting out of my comfort zone too, because like, I've done it plenty of times where I'm walking around with my old like tripod thing and like with my microphone, and people are like, oh, it's a YouTuber, it's a fucking YouTuber. But even though I wasn't doing YouTube at that moment, I was just doing like little Instagram lives and Instagram stories and Facebook stories. That's about it. I'm leaving Monday too, going to visit my family in Helsinki that's awesome. Have an amazing flight, brother. I don't know if your girlfriend's going with you, but if it's just you, have an amazing flight. If it's both of you, you both be safe and enjoy your time visiting family. And yeah, I trust I'll see you on at some point. Remember to just be present with family as well, because like, yeah, family's it's important. And yeah, that's great, man. I look forward to the day that I visit that side of the world, because like Europe is a place that I desire to see, like do like backpacking across the many countries that are there, because like I haven't left North America since I was 9 years old. And the last place I went to North America was my parents' homeland in Guyana, South America, which is sandwiched at the tip top of South America. It's just above Brazil. But I was 9 years old, and the thing is, I desired to not be there, so I didn't enjoy that vacation. But that's because like I didn't know any better. You're welcome, and thank you too. I'm going by train. It's 4.5 hours. Wow. Enjoy the scenery, man. Enjoy it. Have fun. That's amazing. Thank you. And we enjoy your energy too, Eric. It's the same energy, really. It's this is our, you can call it community. We're building a small little community, and who knows where it's gonna go? Who knows who else is gonna show up? you're all starting to connect with one another. You never know who you're gonna meet. That's why I'm so grateful that I've taken this action to go live, and it helps connect. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm so grateful I took the action because it brought us all together. And sometimes going through life can be a lonely journey, but when you have others who are on the same frequency and vibration, it's not lonely anymore. Even though we're never alone because God is everywhere, because that's a perspective. But it's also nice to have someone to talk to as well. Hey, welcome on. And yes, it's Nike. It's the Just Do It one. You were asking about that yesterday, the Just Do It one, and here it is. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna spend about 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna jump off, go grab that protein shake, take a cold shower, get dressed, and out the door. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna, as Eric says, I'm gonna ground myself, I'm gonna be present, I'm gonna enjoy the day as it is, and let it unfold. And I know my soul brother, me and him, we always have great conversations when I like chat with him while he's cutting my hair. Capricorn, awesome, amazing. So yeah, like when I sit with him and he's cutting my hair, we always have these great conversations. He drops some of his like nuggets. We always fill each other in on like things, so it's gonna be a good time. And like he doesn't even know I'm doing live streaming now, so I'm gonna get to share with him like, yo, dude, I've been live streaming for about a whole like couple months now, and now on YouTube I've been doing it for about almost 3 weeks, and I've like connected with a lot of people. So like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be absolutely fun. I'm setting up a wood stove to celebrate Christmas on the enclosed patio I've built. So that's my journey for Monday. Hey, that's awesome. I love it. What are you gonna cook? What will you be cooking on that wood stove? Good afternoon to you too, Funny-tastic. You came on just as I'm about to leave. I'm gonna be on for about 4 more minutes or so because I gotta get going. But yeah, so happy that you're here, Funny-tastic. And Sweta, I'm so grateful that you're here too. That's amazing. That's amazing, Eric. That's awesome. Let him cook. Let him cook. Oh yeah, let him cook. We're gonna cook. But yeah, I'm just grateful that I just got out of my comfort zone and yeah, and you guys are connecting with one another. This right here, like I said, this, if it's not any of the wisdom that we all have that I'm sharing, and if it's not for the workout, it's for this right here, you guys connecting. Because there's a feeling of euphoria that runs through my soul when I see like souls connecting with one another. I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing to see. I'm, like I said, I'm a very simple dude, and I get excited for the smallest things. So yeah, this right here, y'all acknowledging one another and saying hello to one another, and yeah, it's just beautiful. So thank you all for just being yourselves in the chat, and yeah, whoever else comes on, like as time grows, as we keep growing together, yeah, we'll just be here having open arms for them, waiting. Because like this space is for all of us. It's not for me. Yes, it's helping me practice speaking, and yes, I'm the one that's speaking, but you guys are also sharing as well. Have I ever watched Breaking Bad? I've watched a couple episodes. I didn't quite resonate with the show at the time because I don't know, I didn't like it, but sometimes you have to like take some time to go back to watch something to then appreciate it. Like for example, I hated the show Friends. Yeah, for those of you, I hated Friends. And now I love Friends. So like when Friends was first coming out, I hated that show like you wouldn't believe. I wouldn't watch it. I was so resistant. I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes of Stranger Things. It's okay. It's not my favorite type of show, but it's okay. I enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, with Friends, it took me almost 20 years later, ironically enough, as like I've changed. I started looking at new things, and I started enjoying it. So yeah. Yeah, I watch I don't really watch TV or watch shows much. I'm more into like anime and like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. But like when I do watch like any kind of show, I like Criminal Minds, even though it's finished now. Well, they have like the new season, but it came out on Disney Plus. I like Criminal Minds. I like CSI, like the old CSI. But that's about it. I don't really watch much. I watch more old stuff from like the 90s, like Saved by the Bell and Full House and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Family Matters and In Living Color and Everybody Loves Lawrence, I think is what it's called, and Elf. Basically, I'm just listing off the 90s shows. So I watched Suits like once. Like I said, I've watched some of them at least once to like, I know you have to watch it a couple times to get your feel for it. Again, it wasn't my jam. I mean, I know it's a really good show. Tea and soup stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Hey, that's cozy. I like that. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be simple as tea and stew. That's awesome. Yeah. I know one day, I'm not gonna say one day, I know eventually, because one day could be no day or it could be someday. I know eventually I'll be in Europe and I'll come and see all of you guys who are there and everywhere else, wherever people are. That's one of the goals of life, is just to travel and see the world before I leave. Yeah, man, bring the family together. If you're in Europe, feel welcome. Thank you, I will. I appreciate that. The same goes for you, because like my goal is to move to San Diego in California. So if you're ever when I finally move there, of course, if you ever feel called to ever come to California, you got a place, bro. Any of you, really. So you're all welcome to come to like wherever I live in San Diego or wherever I live in California. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing bringing family together. This is family. You guys are family. So even when we have like, you're welcome, brother. Even when we have like some interesting frequencies show up and, saying what they're saying, only but love for them. Only but love. Yeah. All right. It's 2:04. As much as I would love, exactly, it's all part of life. As much as I would love to stay on and chat for a little bit more, I do got to get going. So I got to go get showered, maybe grab a quick meal, drink that protein shake, and leave and drive. So yeah. So I'm going to just share again my final words as I usually share. Remember that I love you very, very much. You all matter. Remember that you all matter. Because if you didn't matter, you wouldn't be here. And because the universe sees you as not only worthy, but an essential part of its creation, its progression, its evolution, you matter. That's why you exist, because you matter. And you got this. You're the master creator after all. You're the creator of your reality. You create your inner world and it reflects back to your outer world. You're the master creator. You're the master alchemist. You're the master wizard. You're the master god of your universe, because it's your universe. And you created me into your reality. So I love you all very, very much. I'm so grateful for each of you. I'm so grateful for you guys connecting with one another too. It's pulling at the heartstrings. It's such a good feeling. It's a feel-good moment. And yeah, as always, I'm wishing you all an amazing rest of your, some of you are in the morning still, some of you in the afternoon, some of you are in evening, or some of you are in nighttime. And some of you are on Sunday right now. So wishing you all just an amazing rest of your day, evening, night, or morning, wherever you are on our beautiful planet. And remember to follow your heart. It is your heart that will lead you. May your heart always be your guiding key. And I was like looking at, what is this on my screen? But it's just a text. May your heart be your guiding key. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. I will again be on live. Again, I'll have to be mindful of time because I got things to do before I leave for Monday. But yeah, I'll see you all. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I love you all. Bye.